Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and we are live on Neeves Knives, ladies and gentlemen. Number two, part two, because we had to restart the router. Hopefully, it's a little bit better. I don't know. I guess I should pull it up on my side so I can see how it does look. Anyways, we are going to do some update talks about the giveaway, but we have a bunch of other subjects to get into. We're going to talk about some heavy users like knives that I've really abused on, and maybe knives that you guys have really just beat the tar out of, something that maybe is still kicking in your collection that is just still hanging on, but has really been through it. Then we're going to talk about some simple steals versus super steals. We're going to talk about the 555 rule or 555 deal with knives. You guys probably don't know about that because I just made it up. We're talking about using Instagram for your knife hobby. Um, and we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff, knife tools, and we're going to talk about the kick stop. We're going to talk about a new knife from Miguron, USA knives versus China knives. We're also going to bring that up. I think that'll be a hot topic. Word of the day. We'll talk about word of the day when we get there. It's a pretty simple one, but what we're going to talk about is how to fix it, how to help it, things like that. And we're going to talk about some old cars later on for story time. And we have, oh yeah, we're also going to talk about some ZDP 189, heat treated around 70 HRC, and a couple other little things. All right, let's get into it. How many people we got in here? 47 people. So we have a couple people that let us down. That's what that means. We got a couple people, but guess who didn't? Q1 Fiend didn't. And before he came in here, maybe he did hear me. I spoke about getting his stuff back to him because I got a box of his knives that I've had for way too long, entirely way too long. But I'm kind of happy about it though, because man, I'd hate for those knives to get lost in the mail during the holidays, and the holidays can be tricky. There are 52 now. Yes, there are. There are 52. All right. See, you guys didn't let me down. Yeah, I said 53 because I was hoping there'd be an extra one, but I'm sure they'll be coming in as we sit here and talk some shit. Kaiser Fanboy here just got their new Cyberblade in M390 and the Genie and S35. So I've tried the Genie. I have not tried the Cyberblade. Talk about a weird looking one. Okay, guys. Also, I had everything hooked up before. I don't anymore, so I'm gonna have to hook the stuff up. But the Kaiser was it the Cyber Truck or whatever? That thing's pretty cool. Let's see if we can't pull it up really quick and just take a quick look at it. But that's one to me. It looks. I bet it would be a great flicker. It looks like something kind of like the Kaiser Horn, where the action is just insane. I mean, I don't know, but I would guess just because it's Kaiser. But to me, I'm just not like, sold on it. It's cool, whatever. And I could see why people would, though. I could totally see why somebody would love this because it's different. It's a Tonto. It's the exact type of Tonto that works great for EDC. It's got that pronounced secondary tip. Yeah, that front end, man. If you had a job with scraping and light duty prying, this would be your best friend. While also cutting, like peeling stickers and things like that. But yeah, really cool knife. And just in time for dinner. Awesome. Nice. Save some for me. All right. So 79 people in here. All right. So we'll kind of quickly talk about the giveaway, and we might bring it up again here in a little bit. And we're also going to talk a little bit more about some of these knives that we have for giveaway, and talk about my experience with the ones I have and so on and so forth. Now, the giveaway, for the people that are in here for some of the giveaway information, you guys have got to go back to the channels that you sub to and unfollow them all. I fucking hate them now. I never want to see those channels again. No, I'm just joking. No, you need to go and watch their stuff. You have to watch the content because YouTube thinks you guys are bots and is unfollowing you guys. So whoever has followed the channels, you got to make sure you go back to the channels and make sure you're still following them. And either way, even if you're still following them for whatever reason, watch some of their videos because YouTube is going through their channels and kicking what they think are bots out. And if you're a channel that followed them without watching any of their content, YouTube is going to flag you as a bot and it's going to unfollow you from their channel. And it's just a protection that YouTube has to stop bots because of all the, I guess you can call them companies, but all the people that sell subs, and all it is just a program for bots. That's all it is. It's just bots. And they'll sell me 5,000 followers right now for like $50. Now, that's detrimental to my channel if I do it. A lot of people are like, why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you spend $50 and get 5,000 followers? You can get monetized. You can do, nope, you can't. That's not how that works. With YouTube, it's about your views. You can have 10 million followers and get nothing out of your channel. Nothing. Like that, you won't be monetized, you won't be nothing because it's all based on views and watch time. So if you have a bunch of followers or somebody follows you and has not seen your channel, YouTube already knows, like they have a protection in place to say that this must be a bot. Because think about it, who subs to a channel that they've never seen before, meaning their content? So I should have made sure I said that in the video that I posted showing the knives off for the first time. I should have said this, but I did not. So it winds up making it to where now everybody who has followed these channels is not following them anymore. Most of them got a bunch of followers and lost them all the next day. So just make sure you go over there, refollow them, and watch some of their videos and refollow them if you want to make it into the giveaway. I'm going to speak about this again, and I am going to do a video pretty soon. We're going to do like a it's like a pre-giveaway video so that I can get people to actually hear this from my mouth, because it's not going to make any sense if these people, if nobody ever even got a follow besides me. All right, so we're gonna redo the video where I show the knives again, and we're gonna talk about the rules. And it's really simple. If you really like knives and you are wanting to win some of these awesome knives, this one's mine, by the way, but some Hinders and Shirogorovs and Rocksteads, well, then you probably wouldn't mind just watching some knife content, right? So make sure you're following those channels and make sure you watch the content. And then after the giveaway, you can unfollow them if you don't like them. I don't want to force anybody into watching a channel that they don't like. All I'm trying to do is get you to see who they are and then give them the opportunity to prove themselves. I would hate for somebody to base my content off of one of my videos. So if you watch a video and it's not really your style, check out a couple other videos from the channel, because a lot of times one video doesn't relate to another and it doesn't reflect. So just know that, like, I know I definitely have some videos that get the most views out of my whole channel, and they're like the video that I would least want people to see. They're the video I'd literally love to just hide from everybody, but for some reason they just get hella views. So it is what it is. And yeah, thank you to the 100 people joining us. I'm gonna bring that topic up again later on about the giveaway. So if you're interested in what I just said, rewind about 2 minutes. Now, talking about some of these giveaway knives, though, one of my favorite knives that I have actually came from all my favorite knives that I have came from Mr. Amazing. And one of them is my Shiro F95 frag This is a full titanium Shirogorov, and I absolutely love this knife. It's one of my most precious pieces in my collection. I'm so fascinated with it. Every time I handle it, I love it more. Some knives you get and you open them up and you just love them, right? You love the way they are, you love the action, you love everything about them. But then you grow like kind of a bond to it. It's not even a bond. Every time you experience it, you notice something different on it. Pocket knife reviews. Thank you for the 5 bones. I love you, Breeze, and now the whole world knows it. Oh, ain't that sweet? Shout out to Pocket Knife Reviews. Go and follow his channel. He recently started a channel. I actually have a video I have to watch of his after this. But yes, go and follow his channel. He recently started a channel, and I know he'd love for you to check his channel out. And he's just getting started, and that's how it goes. He's trying to create a catalog of videos. But about this Shuro, and thank you again, Shane. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the donation. The desperation, Bree says, the desperation. So there's little details on knives like this that it just never stops getting better and better. And it's a knife every time you flip it. It's like the action gets better. The little fine details just. And another thing, besides the little fine details, they age extremely, extremely well. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like you don't feel it getting wore out. You just feel it getting better. And I really appreciate there's things that you think it's just, it's just normal. But then after you handle a lot of knives, there's little details on knives like this that you learn to appreciate. Like this. Here's one. Flicking a knife 1,000 times and it never once coming off of centered. It just staying right on centered, never coming loose, right? There's something to appreciate about that, because everybody's got knives where it's like eventually the Loctite's going to come loose or whatever, and it's going to start loosening up, and you're going to have to take the pivot out, and you're going to have to put some new Loctite in it. But this, man, do it once. The tolerances are so tight, or I don't want to say tight, they're just so perfect that I've never had them come off of centering. I'm sure if you took off the Loctite, I'm sure it would. The detent is so early on it when you unlock it. It's at the detent right now. It's not fully opened right now. Like, that's the detent. And look at how early this is. Watch this. I'll snap it in. Look at how early that is. You know how crazy that is? So when you hold the lock bar all the way up at the very top, you can get past the detent. There's something satisfying about that, about always being past the detent. Breeze! Can you do a live with Shane? He is moving this relationship too quickly. He is shouting his love all over town, and I'm not about that life. Breeze is a bit of a romantic. He likes to, you got to take it slow with him. Just a little tip. You want to work your way in there. He likes donuts. So that's just a tip. But yeah, Shane, you gotta take it slow, and you gotta take it slow. We don't need no cops called. Nothing like some tight tolerances, right? And another little fine detail. Under this clip is a detent. Because if you notice, a lot of clips, I can grab it one, if you have a clip that has one screw, right, a lot of them go like this. You see that? It's moving. So to prevent that, they got a detent right here in the corner. You can't see it because it's under the clip, but that stops it from moving. So this thing is as rock solid as if it had 5 screws. Awesome, right? The milling on the inside of this is so heavy, it's insane. And there's milling on the outside too because of the frag pattern. The access to the lock bar is so comfortable and just So it blends just so perfectly. It's not like it's too little, it's not too much, it's the exact amount you want. The detent is super crisp. The one complaint I would have on churros is I do wish they did their plunge grinds a little bit farther away from the edge. That's my one big complaint. However, they are nice and thin behind the edge, so you can get away with like one, maybe two edges. But if you drop the angle on them, they can, when you sharpen them, they can hit that plunge. Now, you can get a choil put back in very easily because the stop pins all the way up here on top, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, the little fine details and the things that it never has play, it's just always super solid, and all those little details really add up to something special. Ed Durbin, man, with the 20 bones. I thought Tri-State was the gay channel. Now that stuff is here too. Damn it, Shane. Rubbing off. Well, Tri-State, he's got a following, man, and they spread around, and they're welcome here. They're welcome here. It's okay. But yeah, as long as you're not sending me any of your dick pics. I told somebody that. Somebody contacted me and asked me for my address. This was a while back. And I gave it to him and I said, no dick pics. He sent me a drawing and it said dick pic on it. Have you seen the new, damn it. Sorry guys, hang on one second. Have you seen the new Asher Nomad 3.0? I think so. The full titanium and M390. Is that the one? I think I've seen it. I haven't had one, if that's the one you're talking about. But all the Masher knives are great, like really good. I forget churros. What about wee Sakshi or kite fins? Or forget churros. What about wee Sakshis? I don't have the wee Sakshi, but I do have a kite fin. I do like the kite fin. It's a very small knife, so I would say you would have to really like small. I don't mean like small short. I mean it's very slim. It's not for anything hard use. It is a light duty knife, but that's the beauty of it. And if your use is just basic EDC stuff, anybody would love it. Amazing geometry. And it's a good thing it has amazing geometry because the handle is so thin that it's not going to be comfortable to use like tough. But that's the beauty of it, right? The beauty of it is it's super slicey, super compact, and super light. It's made for, precision cutting. Seedful pocket check. Got Talica's smock in hand right now. That's Todd in hand right now. It rocks. Got more coming to Jared from me. Yes, Todd's been hooking it up with all these boxes of knives, and he just recently bought Talica's old smock, which is the same smock you guys will see on my channel. You guys have seen on my channel a couple times. And the micarta, I think it's linen. I'm not sure if it's actual linen or if it's the other kind of micarta, but it's almost like leather. Like literally, when you touch it, it feels like leather. It kind of looks like leather. It has a real antique micarta feel. I got to handle some micarta, some Westinghouse micarta, vintage Westinghouse micarta, which was kind of similar. Like they weren't the same or anything, but it kind of reminded me of some of that antique Westinghouse micarta. Really, really nice stuff. Would you recommend the Migron Curix? Watch my full review on it. Watch my review. Yes, I absolutely do. I've got a long extended video on the Migron Curix. Great knife. And for those of you that like the Curix already, there's a new Migron coming. And so I talk to Migron Knives quite a bit. And he runs things through me, you know, and asks me, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Do you think I should change this? You know, stuff like that. And I try to help him out with tips and things that I know the knife community likes and doesn't like. Just little things, you know. I don't give him any design influence or anything, but like he had this new design that was very similar to the Curix. If I missed any of your comments, I'm sorry, but it's very similar to the Curix. Picture the Curix handle with the holes. So I said you should get rid of the holes, right? So he got rid of the holes and then put micro milling, like heavy micro milling, kind of like what's on the Pagos, but even deeper. Uh, Let me pull this up really quick. Ken Harris, I'll pull this right back up. Give me 1 second. Come on. You can see how it's got the micro milling. Well, it's even heavier than that, like even deeper. And it's the entire sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I guess Canada's in here today. You guys know how Canada likes to ruin some things, you know, with their man, this thing looks really bad, doesn't it? I'm sorry about I don't it's not the internet. The internet's fine. Um Maybe it's just YouTube or maybe there's a ton of people live streaming right now. But Ken Harris with the 2 bones. I got the Wii Elementum today. Nice. It'll be headed my way. Awesome. Awesome. We're gonna actually talk about a couple your ZDP 189 here in just a little bit. Awesome, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um the the Wii Beacon, you know, like I said in my first impressions, I can tell this is a knife I'm just going to appreciate more and more and more and more. It's one of those type of knives. And I'm like that where I find a knife and I really like it, right? And I make sure I carry it. I make sure I use it. I make sure I sit there and play with it and, you know, I guess, appreciate some of the things about it. So that one, I get used to the detent, I get used to how it likes to be handled. And then you tend to learn to appreciate that knife more and the things featured on that knife. So, and this one already, I've been carrying it all day. And yeah, I can tell this is one that I'm going to very much enjoy. I can tell it's going to get a good review. You know, it doesn't take me long unless if something dramatic happens. I'm gonna really, really enjoy this one. It's gonna get a good review. Steve, thank you for the 2 crackers. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it, bud. Thank you. Um, uh, W3 says he took a half a Zan and it feels nice, not sweating profusely. Well, that's always a good thing. Nobody wants to sweat profusely. I have my Strider SMF Tiger Stripe on the way. I got to get mine over to Knife Modders so that I get my the lock bar carbonized. I got to take mine apart, man. It's not the action sucks on mine, but I'll get it tuned up. I'll get it tuned up real nice, like Sharp Canadians. Oh man, it's because of you. That's why my feed was all messed up. We got a Canadian in here. Hey, quit blaming Canada. Keep pumping those great vids out. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the 7 bones. Thank you very, very much, man. I appreciate it. Ludwig loves his Roxy. Those wee people are okay in my book. Yeah, I love Wii knives. I love Wii knives. Some knives, they obviously put more work in than others. And in a lot of cases, it winds up being their OEM work, you know, like the Roxy, you know, it's by Todd Knife and Tool. So they put a little bit more effort into that. Now, like knives like this are in-house designs, which I think they do an incredible job on too. And the one thing I do appreciate about one of these is that they make it a super useful, simple design that's made with premium materials and premium quality. They don't try to do anything extra. And I mean, like, I don't mean like extra, like the good extras. I mean, like the negative extras, the downfalls, the things that it's like, that's unnecessary, right? There's nothing unnecessary about it. Now, yes, there are a couple details that I would have really appreciated to add into this that wasn't added, but that doesn't take away from how much I enjoy it and love it. It's just something I would have appreciated more. You know, you can wish there was something extra and still love it the same. Jared, Chris Reeves or Hinder? Dude, that's tough, bro. Okay, I got an answer. I've got an answer. That's tough, man. Hinder, because now let me explain myself, because if I needed to carry an EDC knife and use it all day, I want to carry my Sebenza 100%. It's so much more slicey, so much more useful. I can sharpen it much more. There's a lot of benefits to a Sebenza over a Hinder. However, the Hinder, they have a lot more models than Sebenza. Sebenza doesn't have that many models, and even though you can get some aftermarket parts for Sebenzas, not like these. You can make these everything you want and more. And say with something like this, if I want that geometry of that Sebenza, I can easily send this to BGM Knives. He'll give me a nice deep hollow grind on this thing, and it'll be very similar to the Sebenza. So because of that reason, I'm going to say the Hinder, especially because I could even do a flipper tab delete, right? If I didn't like the flipper tab, which mine's good because my D10's really good on mine. My thumb studs are great. So, but if I have a thumb stud only one and I really like it, that's probably my most carried one. But if I wanted to, I could cut off the flipper tab. You know, it wouldn't be a problem. That you can always modify things and make them even better for you. Mine, I love mine the way it is. I'm just saying, like, the benefits that the Chris Reeves Sebenza has over the Hinder, I can always make my Hinder that way. So I'm going to say Hinder. But I do really like the Chris Reeve knives. And the thing is that the one beautiful thing about the Chris Reeve is that it needs no mods. It doesn't need anything. Well, it needs a new thumb stud. So aside from replacing the thumb stud, everything else is great on it. The only other thing I would complain against is I really prefer ball bearing action over washers. Not saying I don't love washer action too. I have a lot of knives. I love my washer action too. But if I had to pick only one, I would pick bearings. I like having a nice smooth drop shutty action, but there is something to a nice slow roll, really super solid action, or like just a solid pivot, one that is really tough. It's definitely going to last a lot longer like that. Have you all seen the new petrified fish knife? It was released Christmas Eve. It is in 154 cm titanium and G10. I don't think I have seen that one, actually. I can't think of it. I don't think I've seen that one. Maybe here in a minute after I catch up to some comments, we'll look it up. Remind me, though. The only problem with Canada is it's full of Canadians. Yeah, and dictators. You guys are finding out you guys are a little closer to nah, I'll stop. You guys are gonna hate me. I don't have a filter. I apologize. Not really, but Thai non-flipper sheepdog waiting for me in the box. Oh yeah, you're gonna fucking love this one. Oh, this is such a good knife. This is a good one. This is definitely, and this is the thing is I can't consider this a 2020 because nobody else got them until 2022. So this is definitely going to be probably one of the top tiers for 2022. Maybe I'll do like a 6-month mark or something, or the beginning of 2022. Wouldn't that be cool? Do like the beginning of the best of 2022, like the start of it. Man, this thing's good. But I never got to try the flipper version of the titanium sheepdog. So I know a lot of people have already experienced the flipper version and they really liked it. Like these were really popular when they came out. But taking that flipper tab off, just because you're pushed down with the flipper tab, taking that flipper tab off, oh boy. Oh boy. Which live stream software are you using? StreamYard. Got the Kaiser Land. Yeah, that's a good one too. That thing's stupid smooth. It is crazy smooth. What's up, everybody? Okay, I made my appearance. I did 2 work days in one day and another long one tomorrow. I need to go pretend I got sleep before tomorrow. Yeah, man, you got to get some rest. Definitely got to get some rest. You don't want to. You want to be as productive as possible at work and be the hardest worker you possibly can, with or without sleep. So let me just say, hey man, if you don't get no sleep and you show up to work and you ain't the hardest working motherfucker there, well, you got no excuse. No excuse. Sleep isn't an excuse. Yeah, I'm actually rather impressed with the petrified fish line. They're making some good stuff at a great price. Yeah, they are. No, petrified fish is really good. I've only tried the one, but I can tell. You know, you can tell. What the fuck did I just do? Have you ever had a wee double helix? And if so, what are your thoughts? I haven't. That's one I never tried. I never tried the double helix. Everybody seems to love the sheepdog. I've never handled one. Always a bit baffled by how it looks. So was I. So originally, the first one we had was the mini sheepdog. Then we got the regular one, the flipper. This was before the holes ever came out. So there was no hole. It was all flipper. And I thought it was a novelty knife. I literally called, if you go back in my channel, you will hear me saying, not talking shit, but just saying it's a novelty knife, right? Then I started carrying it. I carried the small one to work. And I realized just how useful that little knife is and how many things it does really, really good. Then I got the big one and I realized how good it was at slicing. Like the geometry, having, such a broad, tall blade with this titanium one, the micarta one, I think is even a little bit better geometry than this one, but regardless, this is still amazing. But the geometry is so good, it just splits through, kind of like a chef knife, right? It just splits through cardboard or whatever you're cutting. So I wound up the first time really using it, I had like a ton of cardboard, and I enjoyed it. Like I really enjoyed breaking it down, and some of the pieces were like, like where there were still boxes, and I was like going down the seams, and it just worked out so good that I realized how useful it was. And then I started singing its praises. And then after that, I really started carrying it and really using it, using the, like the more precision cuts with it, because it's not a precision cutter, but because of the blade shape, kind of like a utility blade, you can use it like a razor blade. So it's got a lot of benefits to it. Hinder XM24 or bust XM24? What is your opinion between Wee Knives or Kaiser? What's better quality? So that's tough. I would say 5 years ago, Wee was better, right? Kaiser had some heavy hitters. Don't get me wrong. Kaiser's, this is the thing, is like some of their older models are some of their best models. You can go back on Kaiser's catalog and pull up knives from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and pull them up today, and they would sell out. They would instantly sell out if they got reintroduced. So Kaiser has an amazing, just like we has the same thing, an amazing catalog. So I think this is going to be opinion based. Now, the thing with we was that they were always just a little bit better. And it was mostly with the grinds. Not all their knives, because Kaiser did have a few that just knocked it out of the park with the grinds. But we in the very beginning, they did very thick grinds. So did Riyadh, so did everybody. Everybody did a shit fest of thick grinds. But then a few years ago, we started working on their geometry. And then they basically just dominated Kaiser. Then they also, their heat treats have always been pretty good. And as far as like the past 3 years goes, they've massively improved their heat treats. Not that they were like horrible to begin with, but I'm just saying like they do really good jobs, and their grinds are so even and so consistent. So I'm gonna say we to that question. However, if they were in a race in 2021, or sorry, in 2022 right now, like they're so close, it's a photo finish. And I'll say this, we needs to watch out. We need to step it up and do something special this year. Otherwise, Kaiser is going to peel past them like a guy racing a girl, right? Because they're, while Kaiser's, exploding, we is slowly tapering down. It's kind of like Kaiser's really picking up the pace, and we is still fast as hell, but they're starting to run out of steam, and they need to find that 5 hour. The double helix is somehow still available at Chicago Knife Works. No shit. Who else is happy to get double dose of Jared today? He was star guest on Tri-State EDC earlier and stole the show. Oh man, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. I love going on Tri-State. Tri-State, that was a good time. I appreciate him having me on. Me and him always have a good time. Me and him can talk for hours. Military mindset on sleep. Sleep is overrated. You can sleep when you're dead. I almost said that, Jerry. You get all the sleep you want when you're dead. Here is the newest petrified fish. I wish I could pull it up on here. I don't think I can, though. No, I can't. But yeah, you guys can check it out really quick. I'll pull it up over here if you guys want to take a look at it too. Where the hell is it? No, I can't find it. Whatever. Maybe I'll pull it up here in a second. It's hard for me to find it on this one because I'm using this one over here. So, and I'm backed up on the chat. Just got the micarta non-flipper full-size sheepdog. Such a crazy good knife. Well worth the 70 you can get them for. Absolutely. It's I'm hoping that they come out with more micarta. The micarta that originally came out with is good. I'm not saying it's bad, but they have really nice micarta. Like I would love to see the same micarta as the roach and the same micarta that's on the horn. Oh man, I'd love to see that. What do you think about the Arion Solaris? I like it. I have one. It's a good knife. Mine had very little issues, like nothing bad. Like I spoke about it in my video, and it's not, to be honest, it's not an issue. There's nothing functionally bad about it. Mine's just kind of spongy, the detent. So I have to mean to flip it for it to flip. Otherwise, it's just like wah wah. Well, not with this one. It's like wah wah. So, but good knife. Multi-row bearings, very, very smooth. It's it is a good knife. Nothing wrong with it. I like it. I don't carry it a lot because of that thing. Because it's like my spring in my plunge lock or detent is a little too soft on mine. Now, Blade Banter has different springs, and he said that, if you replace the spring with, or I could probably stretch it, but he said if I replace the spring, it'd probably help. Anyone looking for a titanium frag QSP Penguin? Yes. White Mountain Knives has some, or at least they did. I got one on the way. No shit, they got some in. You know what else they got in? The Curix. I think is it White Mountain Knives? Or was it Smoky? White Mountain Knives. Yeah, White Mountain Knives. I forget who told me earlier, but somebody told me they have the Curix back in. So if anybody's trying to get that Curix, go and get it. Here is the information on the giveaway, but 165 people in here. Okay, right now is the time. Let me say it right now while people are in here, and then we'll get back to some knife talk. So this will only take a second. So please, everybody, listen up. Anybody who's trying to get into the giveaway, hold on one second. Chaz, thank you for the donation for the 5 bones. Did you see the blade design stunner? MC has it on his channel, and I think it looks sweet. Yeah, I actually got one here as well. I'm going to show it tomorrow. So no sneak peeks, but yes, I do have one. Stasa 23 is in the house. What's up, bud? You got to sub to his channel, so get your ass over there and sub to his channel. Hey, if I can figure it out, would you want to do a live with me one day soon to promote your giveaway? Absolutely. Whenever you're ready, you just let me know. I'm always ready. I've literally done a live every day for the past week, and I'm ready for another one. So about the giveaway, you guys, this thing, let me just say it really quick. So what happened was I should have said something, and I see Stasa's donation. I'm going to just say this really quick. I should have said something in the original video, but if you go into the description of the video and you just follow the channels one by one, YouTube thinks you're a bot, and they will unfollow you from the channel like that, like after like 12 hours. So most of you that sub to all these channels are not following the channels anymore. YouTube thinks it's a bot and has unfollowed you guys. It's a protection that they have from people that buy bots, because you can buy subs. People, they try to sell them to you all the time on Instagram, on YouTube, and like for 50 bucks you can get like 5,000 followers. Well, in order to protect channels from doing that and buying followers and just screwing up the algorithm, because it really does, it doesn't help you. It's very detrimental to your channel if you do it, because what happens is your view count and your sub count has a percentage ratio, and every video you upload, it tells you the percentage of how many people seen the video, like scrolling through the thing, how many people are following you. There's like just all these this algorithm of percentages. Now, if you have a ton of followers and your views don't reflect the amount of followers you have, YouTube knows there's a problem. There's something wrong. Like, nobody has 10,000 followers and gets 1 view per video, right? They're going to get like 1,000 views, 500, it's never going to be 100%, but it's going to be, a certain percentage. Well, people will buy bots or buy subs, and then it'll ruin their channel, because YouTube sees that your percentage versus your following is so small that your channel must be horrible. So what'll happen is YouTube won't promote your channel. YouTube will literally throw you to the bottom of the bucket. And I've heard of people, when I first started my channel, I was looking into like how to run a channel and everything, and I learned about this. And there was this person that did do that. And it took them way over a year, like nearly 2 years, to get their channel back to running good, back to YouTube acknowledging them as a channel. So make sure you go and watch the videos. That's all you have to do. If you don't want YouTube to unfollow you from the channel, you have to just watch the channel, because bots don't watch the videos. They just sub. That's all it is. Anybody who buys subs, it just, gives them followers, but it doesn't give them views. So if you go to the channel and you watch a video, like the video, comment, maybe, you don't have to do all that, but at least watch it, then sub. YouTube will know you're a human being. So do that. And like I said, like I was saying earlier, don't think whatever video you pick to watch, don't make that reflect the entire channel that they have. Make sure you look around through the videos a little bit, because you'd be surprised how some videos, there's a lot of videos I have that I'm not proud of. There's a lot of videos I made that I could have done better. There's a lot of videos I said something wrong on. So look through some of their videos, you know, and see if you like the content. Then when we do the giveaway, if you like them, you can stay following. If not, you can tell them to go fuck themselves. Stats 23. Thank you for the 10 bones. If it'll come up. What's up? Do you want? Oh yeah, I already said that. Yes, definitely. I definitely do. Whenever you are ready. Trick question. Kaiser Zen. Is that a knife? Do I know that knife? I don't even know if I know that knife. Maybe that's a trick question. Just ordered the Kaiser Infinity in black my card at 9690. Yeah, I had that one. I had that one. Very smooth. The thing is like complete fall shut action. Just ordered the Kaiser Infinity. Oh, you already said that. Ding, ding, ding. I love my cure. Such a good knife. Really good knife. Frag pattern penguin right there. So if you guys want to get one before me, go and get it. If there's one left after the stream, I might try to pick it up because I want one of those. That's a damn good knife. Your knowledge always appreciate. Oh man, thank you, D. I appreciate the don't man. Thank you, man. That's awesome. I appreciate that so much. I do be loving you when you be loving you. Well, the love is real. Get yourselves over to Stas's place. Absolutely. Go and follow his channel. Awesome, awesome channel. And he's definitely inspired me a lot with my channel. So it's definitely a person and a channel I very much look up to. It's the blue frag with the coated blade. I don't even care. It doesn't bother me that it's coated because I think it's a stone-washed coating. So to me, that's fine. I would rather have the Sen, but that black and blue frag looks kind of cool together. I'll be honest, it does. What's up, folks? Happy Wednesday, ladies and gents. Happy Wednesday to you. Do you guys like the Wii banter? Yeah, I actually did a video on it. I don't have the Wii banter, but I have the Civivi baby banter. I have two of those. The Wii banter is a great knife. The baby banter is smaller, and I like them both. I do like them both. I just don't have the Wii one, but I have the Civivi. Finally got my Curix. Nice, nice. Okay, about that knife that's about to come out. It's very similar to the Curix. Maybe I should just try to pull it up. I might be able to show you guys. So it's got a blade shape. How can I show you guys? It's like, okay, here we go. I got an idea. Picture a blade shape like this, except for right here, it kind of turns in a little bit like this. You know, where the nose goes like this. So there's basically a, from here to the tip, it curves inward like this, and then comes back out. And it has a little bit more of a Curix blade shape. If you guys know that blade shape, similar to the whippersnapper, the Olamic whippersnapper. I don't have it here. I sent it to, I have my whippersnapper, but I don't have my Curix. I sent it over to Lefty EDC. But then the handle is very similar to the Curix, except for he's not going to put the holes in it now. He's going to take and put the micro milling in it, and it's going to be nice. It looks really nice. And then it's got a hole similar to kind of like the Curix, I guess. I'm still recovering from the Rona, but I should be up to it soon. Yep, since I didn't do a video for them to watch, they unsubscribe them. You have to at least click on the video. Right. So that's the thing. Like all the subscribers that Stasa got, they all unsubbed. They're all, YouTube deemed them as a bot, and now they're not following him no more. So listen, guys, this is the thing. If you guys do it, think about this. Everybody who subbed is gone now, right? So pretty much nobody's entered into the fucking giveaway right now, except for the people that have already been following the channels for a long time. And you guys have a really good opportunity to get in there if you guys just go and watch their damn content. I mean, we're going to pull up the rock set here in just a minute. We're going to talk about that because we already talked about Shirogorov. We haven't talked about the giveaway Shiro. We're going to talk about that in a second, but we have been talking about Shiros. And here is my lovely wife, Kara, ladies and gentlemen.
I got an intro?
You got an intro. You like that?
Yeah. Look at my hair. It's wavy.
Just a, looks very nice. Just a simple comment helps support the creators that you actually like, and hit the like is even better. Absolutely. So those of you that don't understand, the like button helps for YouTube to send your channel over to in front of other people that are not following your channel. The more likes you get per views, the more likely YouTube is to push it in front of somebody else and let them see it. So definitely like, comment, but for sure watch the content. No, you should definitely judge me by the first 2 minutes you watch. That's the only channel though, right? When you jump into his, you got 2 minutes to figure out if you like him or not. And if you don't like what you see in 2 minutes, just know that's every fucking video. I'm just joking and he's just joking. Definitely look around his channel. Give him an opportunity to impress. Never judge a channel by the first video. You know, it can definitely and also depending on when you watch somebody's content. Like if you watch some of my earlier stuff, oh man.
It was a lot better because I was there.
It was a lot better, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
Somebody just called me knife wife, which is so weird because I've never like used that phrase before, and then I recently made it my Activision ID on Call of Duty.
Maybe that's why they're saying it. They follow you on Call of Duty. They know you. For example, my unboxings are not for everyone, but my reviews are completely different. Shop around, folks. Exactly. And you wouldn't believe how many comments I get on videos. Like I'll do like a 5 fast. I'll get 100 comments like, why don't you try using the fucking knife? Well, it says, and it's like, dude, I got reviews on all 5 of these knives. You can go and watch my review. I've modified one. I've used this one. I've sharpened this one. I did a full sharpening video on this one. And it's like, but they wouldn't know that because they don't follow the content. They watched one video and judged my entire platform on that one video thinking that's how all my videos are. That's one video in my catalog. Like, I have a whole sharpening playlist. You know, I have and then people think your first impressions is your review. It's like I literally just opened it. I haven't even had a chance to cut anything, and they're talking shit that I'm not using the knife. It's like no shit, I'm not using the knife. I've seen it as long as you have. But that's why I'm saying just check out the channels and look through their catalog. It will definitely help your opinion on their channel. I know I have done that too. So I'm basically talking shit to myself because I have totally went to somebody's channel, watched 5 minutes and been like, I can't watch this fucking guy. And then a couple weeks later, I see another video and it's like, oh man, I actually like this. But it's just because I judged him off of 5 minutes, you know? And like I keep saying, you don't have to continue following them after the giveaway. This at least just gives you the opportunity to find out if you like the channel. It's up to them to keep you, right? That's what I keep saying. It's up to them to hang on to you. I'm just trying to get you to see them. For an example, that's one I already read. What's up, Maurice? Maurice is in the house. Are you growing a beard? No, I'm shaving this shit. When I do, man, I can get to about an inch, and dude, I get so itchy. I can grow a good beard, but I get itchy though, man. I can't stand it. I've grown like the longest I've ever went was like 1.5 inches. I normally don't. It just starts driving me nuts. I know. Everybody says you got to get past that. Once you get past that, and you know what? I'm thinking about one of these days changing it up, growing the beard out. You know, waxing the brows. You know, I'm thinking about it. Dude, the Kaiser baby is such a badass. I bought 3 more of them for some of my friends. I seen your video. It looks good. I really like the way that one looks, and that's a good video for you guys to see of Stas's. If you want to see one of his videos, this is a fixed blade from Kaiser. And damn it, it's a good looking little fixed blade. I can tell that I would really enjoy a fixed blade like that. Especially for EDC, because I put every knife into a category, but fixed blades especially. Like, where does this fit for me? Is it more of a camping knife? Is it more of a hunting knife? Is it more of a self-defense knife? Is it more of an EDC knife? I like to put it in a good category, and that's a good one, man. You can tell it's a nice one. Have you dealt with Wait, the people at Civivi, yes, just reached out for help and curious what to expect. Yeah, they're awesome. They are awesome. I would say if you have Instagram, you can easily contact them and talk to them like basically one-on-one. But yeah, they'll hook you up. They're good people over there. Pocket knife review, Shane. Shane with another 5 bones. My point is Jared works a full-time schedule to bring us content for free. Support him any way you can. Oh, dude, that's awesome, Shane. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
It smells like cat litter.
The lovely wife, Kara, is coming to join us. We don't have a cat, baby.
Well, why does it smell like cat litter over here?
I don't know. Maybe it's a box that I opened. Oh, it's that box.
I've got a logo on my head. You need to move
I
that.
can't. I don't know how.
Yes, you do. I can move it.
See what happened?
That's not, bro.
I don't know. How do you get rid of it then?
That's not. Just keep talking.
All right. So, well, you got to let me go with this.
You read over here.
I can't.
Yes, Knife Wife is back. You can read over here. Look, I got
Just
it.
let me go like this. Go ahead. I have watched some of all of them, but I must say, if any of you are looking into doing knife mods, make sure to check out Knife Modders. Awesome content, responsive on comments, and goes into details. Absolutely. Excuse me. I do small knife mods, like people send me knives to do small knife mods, but Knife Modders is on another level, and they are the channel that not even just channel, I would say company that I recommend the most out of anybody else is Knife Modders. I get asked all the time, hey, who do you recommend for this? Who do you recommend for that? Almost every single time it's Knife Modders. I do run a sharpening service, so when it's for sharpening, I take on those jobs. And then like other little things, like especially if you just want like say I don't know, like lock bar axis cut out or a detent tuned, and you want some sharpening too, I'll usually just cover that myself.
Can I ask you a question? Do you have like a name for that giveaway you keep mentioning? Like, is there like a name for it? Enter, like, does it have like the blah 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 giveaway?
No, I haven't done the giveaway yet, baby.
Well, I'm just asking, like, if it has like a, like, what are you calling it?
The Mr. Amazing giveaway. How about that? So you didn't get rid of the thing. What are you doing?
Just don't. I'm just
I know, but
living my life.
I know, but I need this. You're literally messing around when I need this. Baby.
That could have been done. I was so close.
Okay, guys, so I can't see your comments right now because
right
she's sitting there
here.
screwing around. I can't bring them up.
Okay, give me 1 second. Just relax.
So, anyways, definitely go and follow Knife Modders. They don't necessarily put up content constantly, but they're always doing knife mod work. And if you follow them on Instagram, you will be able to see a lot more of what they do. They do impressive stuff. You'd be surprised with some of the knives you have in your collection right now and what you could turn it into. Like, I could literally send this to them, get a mirror polished, stone washed blade, a rock pattern finish on this titanium, anodized, whatever. Like, they do amazing stuff. And some of the stuff that they do is very innovative, some of the mods they do. I went back to all the channels and did I already read that one? Wait, awesome. I went back to all the channels and checked. Bell and all were showing me as subbed, and I had checked out at least one video from each, so I am in or not. And if one, how would you reach me? You're not entered yet. You are qualified now. If you're following all the channels, then now you're qualified. So I'm going to do the giveaway in like 7 days. Ooh, my ear just. I'm going to do the giveaway in 7 days, and then that's going to be where you can enter. And as long as you are following all the channels already, you can enter the giveaway. So just make a comment in that video. Make sure you hit the bell on my channel so you'll see when my video goes up. And when the video goes up, you can enter. Everyone, please sub to Neevesknives. Reliably gives out great info and reliably 15 minutes behind on comments. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's her fault.
No, I came in here and that thing was there saying show more comments because you were so behind.
Shout out to Knife Modders right there, Richie B and Lindy Lou. Go and follow them. Awesome, awesome.
You know, it's actually kind of endearing. The reason why you're always so behind on comments is because you're so dedicated to trying to see every single comment.
No, you have no idea. I've skipped literally 500 comments.
No, I know you have, but I'm saying that otherwise you don't stay with the current ones because you don't want to skip forward and miss.
No, I do. I always.
You do want to miss their comments.
Oh, I'm saying I have to skip them. And I tell them all the time, like, listen, guys, I'm not gonna be able to see your comments. If you want to, if you said something, just say it again so that I can see it. Because what I like to do is, I like to the comments that I do get asked and I do see, I want to make sure I at least answer them properly.
And you just fucked it all.
Trying to do what?
I was trying to give you an out, and you just fucked it all
up.
I
know.
You're like, nope, that's not why I fucked those guys.
That's not what I was saying. What I was saying is that the comments I do read, I try to make sure I explain myself very correctly so that they are happy with what I said. Also, if you guys have, that was her fault.
Bree said that. I don't even know if it's true.
It probably is. You were fucking around. How could I see them?
Over here. What do you use this iPad for? If you're not gonna look at it, then you don't need it.
You're breaking stuff.
That was an accident. It fell. You always want to take it from me. Do you even use it?
Yeah, I do.
For what?
I use it for when this isn't working. Also, Knife Modders does carbonizing lock bars. So if you have lock stick, you can get it tuned up by them, and then your knife won't have lock stick anymore if it's a titanium lock bar. All right, we're gonna catch up. StreamYard is always behind in comments. Better to pop out chat from YouTube. I try to keep up, but like the ones that I have to pass, it's because I am backed up from trying to keep up, like she was saying, and then I have to pass up a bunch to catch up.
Actually, I'm watching it right now, and they're coming in on StreamYard first. They were before you hit
What
that.
are you trying to say, though?
Like, well, now it's
I just scrolled. That's why I said I scrolled.
No, like I saw Cue Ball's comment pop up here, and then it popped up here, but now it's behind.
Yes, it does. It goes back.
Just went bloop.
It goes back and forth.
They're pretty close, though.
Tri-State, you're so correct. I went live with Emler a few weeks back, and trying to keep up on comments is impossible. Yeah, well, I mean,
you're also not used to it, though.
Yeah, I jump around a little bit. So like if I passed your comment, that doesn't mean I won't get to it. I'll jump back. But like if it's been a while, yeah, just say it again and I'll try to get to it. Jared, baby, get the fuck out of here. That's not true. I'm not saying that. But no, it can get frustrating though if you do try to keep up. If you try to keep up with everybody, it ain't gonna work. You might as well skip some. And like I said, if the people really want, if they care about it, they'll fucking donate $2. I'm just joking. No, they'll just say it again. And if as long as you guys say it again, I'll see it eventually. Right? You know, don't worry. Don't ever worry, because I know I feel this way. Like I don't want to fucking say something 5 times. Like you feel stupid, right? But don't ever be worried about saying something 5 times if you have to, because I didn't see it. So, and if everybody else sees it, they'll tell me. Like, I couldn't tell you how many times somebody's told me, like, hey, answer this person's question, or so-and-so is asking this. Jared gives very detailed answers. That's why he misses them. He makes long answers to short questions. Yes, that's facts. That's facts. Unless if it's something like, you know, that I can't answer really quick. But no, I do try to, because I know. I remember one time I was on, I don't want to say who it was, but I was on a channel, and for missed, I even texted you. Really? No shit. All right, well, I'm going to try to find him then really quick. I don't think Stasa 23 is the last one I've seen. Stasa, thank you for the 5 bones. Call it the yup. This giveaway is amazing from Mr. Amazing. Absolutely. Thank you, man. Thank you for the donation, Stasa. You're awesome, man. You guys better be subbed to his channel just because. Metalhead Madman with the 10 bones. Why can't I find a Benchmade Super Freak anywhere? Really want one. So this is one of the topics for today. Is actually, look, we got a fucking boxer in here, Tommy Fury. So one of the topics today is what are you doing? Why are you fucking around? Please stop.
I did not mean to do that. There you go. I'm trying to fix the banner over here.
You don't have to. I don't care about it.
There you are.
She is fucking up everything today. Metalhead, I'm sorry, bro. Why can't I find a super or Benchmade Super Freak anywhere? So I was gonna say that if you're not on Instagram, you should be. Everybody, and I see your thing, Luke. Give me 1 second and see how I'm doing this. That's why I use it. Get on Instagram. Instagram opens up your abilities to sell knives, buy knives, see what's coming next, keep up with knife companies. If you are trying to use any type of business or service, you should definitely be on Instagram. I don't care if you're making teapots. I don't care what you're doing. Instagram is the way to go. You can advertise your stuff, right? You can advertise all your stuff. You can see everybody else's stuff. You can stay in direct contact with your customers. And like say if you want to find a Benchmade Super Freak, you can literally put a post up saying, hey, does anybody have a Benchmade Super Freak they want to trade or sell? And you'll get people. Somebody will know somebody, and then they'll find you. Or you can just look around on people's shit, and you can find somebody who has one and say, hey, man, you want to trade that? I get people all the time. Hey, man, you looking to trade that? But thank you for the donation. Now, who else did I miss? If I missed somebody else's, listen, guys, I see the new ones coming in. I'm not going to be able to find the other. Oh, wait, I did. It's John Evans with the 5 bones. Love all of you. I only roast you because you're an easy target. Easy targets are just easy targets, man. It's their fault. It's their fault. Fucking stop running around with a bullseye on your ass and I wouldn't have to shoot. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. All right, now we're catching up to the new super chats. And also, we got to get through some of these topics. And
What kind of topics?
I'm trying to catch up. Give me 1 second. Oh, there it is. Luke Cole with the 5 bones. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. You're awesome, man. All of you guys, man. Thank you for all these donations.
There's something I was going to say to you.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. NYCEUC. Let's go, Brandon. And shout out to Bees Blades, too. Go and check his channel out as well. Kara, you are really rusty with the tech support skills. Normally, your touch makes things better, not worse. Facts.
So you know what I did?
Facts. Normally, she's backing me up. Today, it's just straight sabotage.
Do you know what I did?
What?
So I was trying to get that logo to move because it's actually driving me fucking nuts. That
was to my mom, you fucks.
And
stop.
And I tried to log in to StreamYard from my phone, and I did that. And to get to the settings, I had to be in the studio because you're live. And I seen that my face was on there, and it was like allow mic and cam access to enter the studio. And I was like, all right, because I thought it was gonna put me in a little fucking thing first.
Okay.
You know, where you have to like let yourself in.
Well, not
like when people join your stream.
Well, not when you're.
I know, but I realized that after the fact. Like I am the streamer, so when I clicked it, it was.
Yeah. Well, you can still pull it out.
Once it's on. Funny because if you're.
Once it's on, you can pull it out. I was wondering who the fuck's joining my stream right now.
I was gonna just sit there with my chin looking down at the.
Oh, look stupid. All right, Gregory says I sent you a $5 super chat.
Well, what the fuck?
Gregory with the 5 bones asking, nice. Would you recommend the Chris Reese 90 Gen 3 S45 VN as a gent carry? If yes, which inlay would you suggest? Okay, so if I was gonna pick one, they have that the Mammoth or whatever. I'd probably get that just because that's really fucking sweet. That, or if I don't know if they have a micarta one. If they have a micarta one, I love the like, you know, the micarta that are on like gent carry knives. So I would probably go one of those two. Now, is that a good gent carry? Absolutely, but it's just that. It's just a gent carry. It's not going to be something you're going to. It's it's kind of like having a slip joint in your pocket, you know, but it's not something you're going to want to beat on. So yeah, I think it's I see him. I think it's a great gent carry, but I think it's literally just that. Like you're not most likely going to use it for anything else. Now, some people do. Some people do beat on them a little bit, and you can always send them in to get refinished. And like I was saying before about knife modders, I always talk about this, like you shouldn't be worried about using your knives. Stop being worried about scratching your knives. Stop being worried about bending or breaking or anything like that. Because say if I scratch this thing down on concrete today, I can easily go send it to somebody like Knife Modders and it'll come back great, right? So there's always things you can do. Not only can you find people from the community, but in that case, Chris Reeve Knives, you can send it to the company and they'll redo it for you. Yeah, you're gonna have to spend a few bones, but you know, it's not like you've killed your knife and your knife is dead forever and it'll never be brand new again. Kyle Wallace with the "Let's Go Darwin."
What the fuck does that mean?
It means fuck Joe Biden.
Not Darwin though.
I don't know.
You don't know what you just put on your screen.
Well, because dude always said "Let's go Brandon." Dave Bass with the 10 bones. Kara, what was your favorite knife that you carried in 2021?
Honestly, I spent a lot of time carrying the.
That's funny, Samurai. Keep going. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. I spent a lot of time carrying the McKenna this year. Slightly out of date knife now, I suppose, but that's what spent a lot of time with me at work.
She's beat the shit out of that 4 feet beg ladder.
I actually got to give you the McKenna because I actually failed the lock bar on it somehow.
Oh yeah, you said that the other day.
Yeah, and I kept using it because it was all I had with me.
But she recently got the newest one is she got that little Kaiser bag lighter in 4V, but I got to resharpen it. She's got that edge all.
That thing is dope. But no, see, I don't really have favorites. I have most used, if that makes sense. So, I don't get my long-winded answer.
I'm not doing anything. I'm waiting for you.
I see what you're doing. Go ahead.
I'm waiting for you.
It's fine.
You done?
I guess.
No? Come on. Come on.
It's okay.
Finish it up.
We'll talk about it later.
Love you guys. Got to get ready for my live. Talk to you later. Later, Mike. So just so you guys know, Mike's going to be live later tonight.
Let's go,
if you guys
Kara.
want to jump over and see what type of live content he's pushing. Remember, never judge someone by one video.
So weird.
Jared acting like he knows what inlays CRK has on the Imnandi, that mammoth bone. Maybe they got my card. I know they have the mammoth bone. I don't know if they have my Carta. I've seen the wood. I've seen the mammoth bone, but I can't remember if I've seen my Carta. I've seen so many like I know the Sabenzas have them. You can get the Sabenzas with them, but they have so many options that I'm not sure if the Imnandi comes, because I've never had an Imnandi. I've tried one, but I've never owned one.
Blue.
I know, because I got them blue.
I got them blue. Contacts?
Yeah, I'm contacting.
Your eyes are blue.
I wish I had some contacts, man. I'm blind.
Man. Oh yeah, we never use the vision insurance. We got to do that before April. I came here with a purpose today.
Metalhead saying if anybody does have a Super Freak, he wants to buy it. Go ahead, baby.
I said I came here with a purpose today.
Okay.
Can you please
to destroy my live?
No, that was an accidental purpose.
Okay.
What the fuck is this clip?
It's a clip.
That's cool. Okay, listen, I need you to focus. Are you focused? What right now would you say, like grabbable, tangible knives that you can pick up, preferably off this table? What right now is your fave 5?
I'm not gonna do that, baby. You know I'm not going to do that. So why would you do that?
No, not like.
Why would you do that to me?
Whoa,
you know better.
You
know better than that.
We're not talking about like do or die. We're just talking about like right now. What's like 5 knives you're feeling?
There we go. Feeling this one. I'm feeling this one.
Okay.
I'm
Give
feeling
me some more.
This one.
Okay.
I'm feeling my new one.
Okay.
And I'm feeling. I just got this one too, so I should probably say this one.
We'll just say whichever ones you're kind of feeling.
I got the new tactile rock wall. I got the sheepdog titanium. I got the 301. The 301's definitely got to be on the list.
This isn't Desert Island. Hey, you stop
Gotta
looking.
do my
Who's
box.
fucking shit up now? You just dropped titanium
This is
on the
what you want. You
Shirogorov.
wanted to start it.
Drop that
You wanted
titanium
to start it.
flashlight on that.
So now we're gonna have to fucking
I'm
go
just
through all
asking-
these and figure out which one I like better. And
No, that's not what I'm doing.
that's
so
the
don't
point.
worry.
That's why you shouldn't ask me dumb things.
I'm
like
just
that.
asking you which. Okay, so this is your 5 right here. Sheepdog.
Well, now I'm second guessing them.
No, it's not. I promise you, it's not going to be like a fucking you have to pick one forever thing. These right here.
How old are you
You're
guys?
just not gonna.
I'm 35. She is 27.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it?
Oh, I thought you were just gonna ignore me. Okay, so you got your sheepdog. What's the name of this wee? What's the name of the wee?
The beacon.
Beacon. What's What's the name of
Rockwall.
Rockwalla?
The Rockwall.
Hinder Shirogorov. Okay. Now, these knives are significant that you picked them. You know why?
Why?
Because these are all the knives that are gonna tell your future. I'm gonna tell your future based off the knives you picked.
I don't like that.
Okay, so go ahead with your live for a minute, and then I'll let you know what the future holds for you.
Knives. Shout out to Knives Fast. I have his new knife design. So awesome knife design. I am in the process of testing it, as you can see, but he has got an amazing knife design out here called the Tempest Mach 1. You can see it looks like a badass car, and he has his knife channel, Knives Fast. Go and follow his channel so you can see what he's got going on with his 700 plus videos. That's crazy. That's a lot of videos. I don't even know how many I have. I'm actually kind of curious how many I have now.
Hey, what'd you do with my Olite pen?
Get shag carpet inlays. What?
Where's my purple pen?
I set it
Where's my purple
on
pen?
the left side of the TV on your stand. I know Chris is going to be like, hey, I told you not to fuck with her pen. Jared, you set a good example of how to treat your women. Love is patience. Good shit, bro. I try, man. I try my damnedest. The mammoth bone is a micarta on the... No, wait, the mammoth bone is a micarta on the inlay?
I know this is a text from Chris right now.
I did not know that.
Yep.
I did not know that. eBay will take about 11%. Kaiser should do more rich light scales this year. I'm sure they will. If they started something, they'll usually stick with it for a little while. What? That's water.
Oh.
Like the heat stuff. Jared, wait. Laugh out loud. Jared never does favorite SS or 5S. Oh, wait. Jared never does favorite 5s. He is so indecisive about top 5s lists. Yes, absolutely. I say great 5s, good 5s, amazing 5s, incredible 5s, interesting 5s, but never best or top 5s. Like 5 great knives, you'll get that. But man, saying that they're the best or they're my top. Well, I mean, I could say like, you know, these are... Yeah, I can't say like they're my favorite or my top. One day you guys will get a top 10 out of me. One of these days. I don't know when, but one of these days. Top 5 with 20 runner-ups. Exactly. But
Oh
you
my
know
God.
what, though? Those
Can
runner-ups are the
listen,
shit, though, man.
When we first started doing this channel and I was trying to get him to, because first of all, the only thing that you wanted to do when we first started was like 35-minute long reviews. But when I tried to get you to do some like top 5 this or that, we would get into these fights because I would tell him just 5. Like, we're going to make a video that's like 10 minutes long. That's it, not 30 minutes. And it would be top 5. And then all of a sudden I would come over to the table and there would be like 12 knives. And he's like, it's an honorable mention. Everybody does honorable mentions. And I'm like, maybe 1. And we'd have to sit there and like
1 for each.
Yeah. And then it would be like 1 for each.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I couldn't.
Yeah. You know, like, and that's why I say anybody who first starts a channel, man, it's practice, man. The first 100 videos. I think that's what even...
You can't be told, though. You are the type of person that you have to actually go through it to actually realize like that it's better to not do a 45-minute night review. If it comes out of my mouth, it just means nothing.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it was that
I get
I
it,
didn't. It's
though.
not that I wanted it to be 45 minutes or 30 minutes or 20 minutes or anything like that. It's that I didn't want to pass up a detail that I definitely wanted to
I
make sure
know.
I said. But then in the future, I learned how to edit. I learned, like, now I don't have to do specs or anything. I can show them up on the screen. So now I don't have to spend 5 minutes saying specs that I didn't want to miss or things like that. And then little fine details, I've learned how to edit in Zoom and things like that. So it makes it a lot easier for me. And I've learned how to communicate a little bit better where I can get what I'm wanting to say out in a way for people to understand and actually follow along. Because I always thought that what I was saying wasn't being followed. So I try to say it 5 different ways so that they for sure got what I was trying to say. Me too. A big goal for 2022 is to go legit and get a commercial space. That is absolutely amazing. And I applaud you. I think that that is great. I definitely have huge plans for 2022 myself. I have one. I'm redoing the studio. That's the first step. I'm getting a camera here in January, so that will be done like early 2022. I have my grinder that I'm setting up as well. That's probably going to be like right after the studio. I'm going to do it probably back to back, and then I will start offering regrinds. But I'm going to, I want to, I guess, just upgrade everything and still do obviously all the reviews and videos, but I'll be able to upgrade my knife sharpening business and blade grinds at the same time so that I can offer both. So I'll be able to offer a little bit better knife modding service plus the channel. And I think it'll be amazing. Jared's favorite knife of all time is the Rockwall thumb stud. You heard of it? Well, I wouldn't say that, you fuck, but it is a good knife. It's a good knife. I wouldn't say it's my favorite of all time, though. Far from that. It's definitely a good little knife, though. I'll give it that. And the one thing I can't appreciate about it, $300 for USA. Even somebody in my comments was like, there's no way that's made in the USA. It's probably only assembled or whatever. And then a bunch of people had to comment underneath them saying, no, it's made in Texas. They make it there. You can even watch on Instagram them, making all the parts and everything. They even make their hardware, I believe, down in Texas. So 100% made in the USA. That's amazing. For $300, titanium and MagnaCut or whatever steel, XHP or 20CV. I think they might do one more steel, but that's awesome. So I can definitely appreciate it. Dun, 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 dun. Let me scroll down. Oh, Pierre with the five crackers. Just wanted to say, damn you knife YouTubers. Not a single Kaiser Sheepdog liner lock in sight because of you. Well, I was trying to link one the other day, a full size one. I can get you the minis, but I can't get you any of the full size right now. However, possibly if you go to Mojave Outdoors, not the one I have the link for, but check their Amazon store, and they have what is it, an eBay store? They have 3 different stores, so don't just check one, check the other 2 as well, because sometimes the one will have stuff the other one doesn't. Nah, picking faves is impossible because it depends on your mood. It's like food. My favorite food is the one I'm craving right now. So my thing, Bobby, is that my question is, for what? Favorite for what? Favorite for cutting apples? Favorite for cutting cardboard? Favorite for popping, straps? Favorite for the pocket clip? Like, saying one knife, it's kind of like a kitchen knife, right? Like you have your chef knife, you have your bread knife, you have your butter knife, you have different knives. So I like to think like, favorite for what? Give me something, tell me what I'm doing that day. What's your favorite knife that you're going to carry and you're going to be cutting straps all day and you're possibly going to run into a zombie apocalypse? Well, then I might be able to give you something. I totally take advantage of that situation and would make a YouTube video. That would be so fun. Yeah, that's another thing. I know I'm not speaking for you right now, but I'm definitely after I get the camera, I'm going to try to upgrade not only my film quality, but the camera quality and the editing quality and the speed. Because right now I'm putting in so many hours with recording and editing, and among lots of other things. So I want to be able to get my time down per thing, because I the money per hour, like, it doesn't, I gotta get that time down faster. So but it's coming along, and once I get this camera and start editing on the laptop, it will change everything. Right now I'm still recording and editing on a phone, so but it will all turn around. And every year I upgrade everything. I mean, I've only been doing it 2 years, but I'm just saying, I try to upgrade everything. I try to change things around, get new habits, get new behaviors that are beneficial not only to me, but to the channel. And I've got a bunch of new habits and hobbies that I'm going to start doing that are going to be very beneficial to the channel and to you guys. Because that's the whole point, is to bring, positive to you guys. Blades and Fades, or no, Cue Ball, sorry. Blades and Fades says, Jared, did you set a good example of how to treat your wound? Oh, I already said that. Man, how am I back that far? It jumped back up. I don't know. I'm 28 and Richie is 27. He's into older women. Ooh, it's a little something about Richie. I see the donation. I'm trying to catch him up. I'm passing up a lot of comments. I apologize. It's Kara's fault.
Yep.
Cue Ball with the 10 bones. Jared, Kara could never destroy a live stream. You two are far too entertaining, and we don't care if things aren't perfect. You're perfect the way you are. Love you guys. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But you're probably the only one that feels that way.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's always all good. I fuck around a little bit, and
I think I was the one fucking around.
no, I mean like being more serious than I am. Kyle Wallace, who is your go-to for tie and or aluminum anodizing? Richie B and Lindy Lou. Thanks for another great live stream. You and Kara crack me up. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you for the 5 bones too. I appreciate it. Another couple bell taps. Yeah, knife mounters, 100%. What hobby could you be starting that is beneficial to the audience? Learning the editing on the so I have to learn how to work this computer. That will help me in return with editing. That'll help me in return to get better quality videos out, better quality sound and view, and will help me out with because like I already got like my photo box and things like that. I have a lot of things, like I've been doing it step by step, but then I also bought another like a really expensive sharpening system, and that's specifically for certain people that want like fixed angled system edges, like that are just like as perfect as you can get. So that's something that I'll be able to offer to people that are using the sharpening service. The belt grinder, I'm getting that. I'll be able to offer mods and regrinds and things like that. So I have to work on it and learn it, and get in the habit of teaching myself how to use it and practice with it. Practice makes you better. So, and then once I'm to the point to where I'm really good at it and I'm confident, I'll offer it as a service. But then just like I try to put myself on as strict as a schedule as I can, like of the times I wake up, the times I go to bed, when I can rest, when I work out, and things like that, which is beneficial to me, that in return is beneficial to you guys, like of how I run the channel, when I, making sure I get uploads always. And then another thing, the most important probably, is there's other things I'm trying to do for the channel. Like I never did the join button. I still haven't done that. Like I'm shitting the bed on that. That is something I want to be able to offer, like behind the scenes videos and giveaways on. And then also the Patreon. I've barely uploaded on there, but I do giveaways on there. But I want to be able to I've recorded exclusive content. It's just my editing takes me so long that it's hard for me to constantly upload there too. But I am definitely going to not only continue the giveaways, which is a given, but offer behind like exclusive content. The Patreon content will be way different than the join content. So one of them I thought about doing a bunch of knife sharpening stuff on, and then the other one just basically like behind the scenes, goofy stuff, yada yada. Your girl plotting your future with those knives like some tarot cards.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing.
I know she is. I know she is. Uh-oh. I'm late to the whole Neeves things. Better late than never. Been driving into the back catalog and love the content. Oh, thank you, Josh. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I hope you have went and checked out all those channels if you want to be in this over $3,000 giveaway, which actually before we wind up taking off, which we still have another 30 minutes or so, I didn't even get to any of the damn knife topics.
Well, you're going to listen to me when you're done saying what you're saying.
No, it's Canada's fault. It's always Canada's fault. Let me just catch up really quick.
Where's my fucking pocket? Oh, I thought I had it on this.
Still going down the coast for a job and about to lose coverage again. I have a good one. Later, Josh. Thank you for joining us for the time you did. Worth the price. Oh, no. I'm trying to read this. And then I will. Jamie Lee says, what camera are you looking at? I recommend the Sony A6000. It's a fantastic beginner pro style camera at an affordable price. So Tri-State actually recommended me this one camera that I might get. So there's another one we're looking at because I want to make sure I can see what I'm doing, and where it has the
LCD flippable screen on the Rebel Canon.
That, yeah. So a Canon is what we're looking at right now, but Tri-State did say there are some really good Sonys though. And he's a professional. He's a motherfucking professional. So, Bobby, thank you. Thank you for the 5 bones, man. Fist bump to you. Yes. Now that we're blurry.
Oh, why'd you do that?
That was you. That was you leaning forward. Go ahead.
Okay. Alrighty.
Why does it keep going on focus? Go ahead. What's up?
Okay, so I'm reading your fortune. I knocked out one knife because honestly my hand was cramping and I didn't want this to be too long. So I knocked out the wheat. All right, sorry. Are you gonna be able to listen?
You knocked out the wheat. My favorite one.
I'm just concerned that you're gonna read.
But that's my favorite one.
Are you gonna read and not listen?
Read or listen?
I'm concerned that you're not going to be able to listen.
I'm listening. You just won't talk.
Okay, I'm just making sure. All right. Hold your first one. No, you have to hold the one that I'm reading the fortune on. All right. The Shiro was the first knife. Now, when I held this knife, it told me a lot of things.
Can we read this comment? Really quick?
See, I knew it. Go ahead.
Well, just so I can click it off the screen. I don't want to pull it back up. I remember the days when we used to celebrate going over 100 viewers. Now we remind people to hit the like button to help the algorithm advertise the channel to other knife lovers. Yes, absolutely. And thank you guys. I appreciate all you guys saying hit the like button and all the times you guys link everything. You guys definitely make it very possible for me to do this because it'd be a total shit fest without my moderators. I love you guys. Thank you. Go ahead, baby.
All right.
Shirogorov.
All right. So when I held this, first of all, I'm telling your future for the next year. It's like a New Year's thing. Okay. All right. And most people don't know, but when I pick up a knife, if you've said that you like it, I can tell a lot about you. So with the Shiro, it represents a smoother head for you. Though the exterior is bumpy, the balanced detent allows for a smooth entrance into any project you may start. And its drop represents your ability to finish what you start by having a clean, smooth finish. Okay?
Clean, smooth finish.
Do you like that, fortune?
I like that.
All right, get your next one. It's the hinderer. All right. Now, when I felt the hinderer, things got a little dark for a minute. All right. It does represent the harder days you might find. There's going to be bumps and turns just like there is with all that severe jimping across the hinderer. But you will use your inner strength to pull through. Just like the knife's exterior, you will be able to weather the storm. But like it's micarta, you have many layers that you need to work through.
That's all right. I like the hard shit.
All right. Ready? Rock. All right, this knife represents your sensitive side. It appears less intimidating compared to your other choices. This knife is surprising with its amazing lock bar access that you wouldn't expect just by looking at it. You will be
Because it doesn't
surprised.
have.
You will be. No, it's better than you would think. You will be surprised by your ability to love on a new level, but never feel. Excuse me, but never fear. You still have your strong titanium shell, just like the rock wall. Okay, ready?
Next one.
Sheepdog.
No.
This knife is smooth and sexy, but has a lot to offer once you open it, and I don't mean that in a weird way. Its elegance, its elegance is looked past a lot because of its bull in a china shop style. You may face adversity in this next year for being like the sheepdog in this way, but you will come out on top because, like the sheepdog, you are not a novelty.
Thank you, baby.
That's your fortune.
That's my fortune.
Was it good?
That was very good.
Thank you.
It seemed pretty accurate too.
Yeah, it was.
Especially the first two.
Hey, they talked to me.
They do. They do.
They said it.
What would have came up with this one if you would have done this one?
I let me see it.
The blue reflects your blue eyes.
No, I'm getting a lot of
Peekaboo.
sadness with this one.
That sheepdog, she thick. She a thickin'. I think
that was the true fortune it gave me, but I had to keep it family friendly. The sheepdog was saying a lot of shit, a lot of crazy shit. Am I the only one hoping she meant? I did mean it.
Weirdest gender reveal ever. From this point forward, I will actively try to remember. I don't know what you guys are talking about behind the scenes, but that's okay. I'm breaking the knife in at the moment. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, you should pay me.
I do. She's gonna get a large payment right when this live's over.
Click on this comment. Oh, you did! Look at us. We're some potty.
My biggest gripe with my own channel is major lack of viewer feedback. I mean, it's gotten a little better, but I wish I could get some good back and forth on something. I love the outside. And all right, so this is the thing. And anybody who has is a content creator, started a channel or anything like that.
Can I just say something really fast? I'm gonna let don't
what
relax. I'm gonna let you guys go because I want to get in a few matches. Okay, before you're done.
Right.
I was happy to be here tonight, and I love all you guys. And Urban Woodsman, I wish you the best. I kept reading your comments about wanting to get over 500 subs, and I think you'll absolutely do that. I'm gonna let Jared answer your question though, and bye.
Hand me the knife buddy right there.
The knife buddy? This?
Yeah.
The knife buddy? That's what it's called?
Well, it was originally called something else, and then the name changed. You don't remember?
No, I don't.
What are you talking about? You opened it.
Oh, yeah, I did. I don't remember it being called the knife buddy.
Yeah, they changed the name. All right. So, really quick, I'll say this. So, because I know not everybody has a channel, but anybody who does have a channel or is a content creator or anything like that, especially in the beginning, right? The 500 subs, go follow his channel, go check his channel out, give him some feedback, let him know what he can do better. I completely understand what you mean. I begged for people to give me feedback. I literally begged people in the beginning to tell me stuff. I even did a thing where I wanted everybody to give me a negative comment. And all I wanted was people to tell me what I'm doing wrong, what they'd like to see, what I could do better. And a lot of comments are always positive. People like to spread positive things, but I was really wanting to know, like, what don't you guys like? Tell me something you hate about my channel. Like, do I sniff too much? Do I whatever too much? What am I doing too much or not enough? What can I talk about? Blah, 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 blah. So that's awesome. And those comments will come. You will find that you will get some very, very honest viewers, and at some point it'll be almost too honest, and I still enjoy those comments and I take them seriously, and I read them with that they're trying to help me, right? Even if it's the most dickhead asshole comment, I will take it seriously and even tell them thank you, right? But you don't want to focus on the feedback right now. What you want to focus on is the content. The viewers will come if the content is good. Focus on your message, focus on the content you're creating, focus on getting as much information into a short video as possible. right? You don't want to string people along. You don't want people waiting for in silence. You want to get as much information in a short amount of period as possible, and keep their brains constantly activated with things. And that is what you want to focus on. You don't. Everybody wants to hit 1,000 followers fast. You don't. You really don't, because that the work you put in from 100 to 1,000 followers is literally the learning. It's kind of like everybody wants to get swole, but nobody wants to work out, right? You have to put in the work, and it does seem like it takes a long time, but it's all worth it, because all those little details, the more work you put into your channel and the content and the creation of it and all of that, the better it is for the viewers, and the faster it will grow, and then the more people will appreciate it, the more dedicated people you'll find to your channel. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to want that too much. What you should want is the best content ever. You don't want followers, you want good content, because in return you will get followers. Do you get what I mean? So don't even worry about getting any follower, and if you do get comments and followers, that's good, that's a perk. But what you should appreciate right now is the quality of content that you can make, and work as hard as you can to provide that for the people watching, because that is what will make people, because it doesn't matter how many followers you get, right? You can get 500 today and they'll never watch your shit because they can't appreciate what you're trying to say or do or anything like that. So focus on that, so then when they do show up, they stay. They show up, they watch the next video. And you also, over time, you will learn what your followers like, right? You'll learn, like, sometimes some people, they don't like the fast five videos, right? But guess what? A lot of fucking people do. I get more comments on people appreciating my fast fives than any other content I create. So I do it. I do them because that's what the viewers want. They get to see five knives very fast, as much information as possible without saying too much, because they don't have 5 minutes to waste on learning about one knife. They want 2 minutes per knife. That's what they want. So that's what I give them. I don't give them no longer than 2 minutes on each knife. I found once my loyal subs had a good read on my style, then they started to leave constructive criticism. Yes, and now they help the channel out every day. Exactly, exactly. And that's what I mean. You want people that actually care. You want people that actually know your channel, like your channel, and will stick around and actually appreciate what you're doing. A lot of people, especially when your channel is smaller, they come, they look at it, and if they don't like it, they leave. They don't feel that it's not necessary for them to make a comment. They haven't built a relationship around you. And that's what I mean about getting them to appreciate your content. If you focus on the quality of the content, they will have to come back. They have to. And that's why I keep saying, like, about this giveaway. It's on the content creators to keep the people watching, right? I don't want anybody to sub to a channel that they don't like. But if they go and check it out, that gives those people an opportunity to impress or to capture their attention. And if the people like it, they'll be back. That's just the thing. They have to like. You do have to put in a lot of work, and when you do, it shows. Whether it's just even um information, teaching them something they didn't know before they came in there. That is like a huge thing. If you can teach somebody something that they didn't know before they came in there, even if it's something tiny, then that will make them want to come back. Everybody wants to stay home and make money on YouTube. Only the aggressive succeed. That's true. That's true. I never thought I would ever be doing YouTube, to be honest. I was the last person in the planet that anybody would ever bet that would be doing YouTube. So, Jared, the quick five is a great idea. I always look forward to it. Awesome, Matt. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. You have to keep people's attention. There's too many channels one can watch. You don't have to be tied to anymore. Right. There are a lot of channels, and it does water the community down. So what you want to do is you want to stand out. You don't want to be the same. Because If you are the same channel they've already watched over here and over there and over there, they have no reason to see it from your perspective. That's why you want to be unique. You want to give something different. You want to offer something and offer some type of perspective that they would like to hear. That's why I try to get into a little bit more into like the heat treats and sharpening and, working on the things that are fucked up. Like if I get a knife and it has lock rock or it has this or it has that, I can work on it and show people how to do it too. Or if I have to modify something or whatever. It's a ton of work, and I'm not at 1,000 yet, but I'm damn close. Always looking for ways to improve and always ways to stand out and offer something different. Definitely. You definitely want to stand out. And the thing is the information, the way you speak, the way you talk, the way you communicate is so important to everybody that there's a channel, and I'm not going to say who it is because, I really enjoyed the channel. I just want to say that right off the bat. I really, really enjoyed it. But every time I watched it, the guy sounded depressed. He sounded like he wanted to just off himself. And not that he did, it's just that's his tone. That's how he talks, that's how he speaks. So every time I would go in there, I would find myself like slowly getting miserable. Like even though the information was great, but it was so slow and just so, like I seriously, if I didn't fall asleep, I would be depressed by the end of it because he sounded so sad. But the information was so good. If that fucking information could have came out of somebody else's mouth, that dude would be a rock star right now. The one biggest thing was just his tone and the way he said his words. So you want to think about that. You want to be a voice that people trust me. I'm not perfect. I'm bad, man. I'm horrible. That's the thing that I work on probably the most. I get more shit for my communication skills and how I um say things, and the words that like how I guess my my accent or whatever, that I get so many comments about it. So many comments, and I know, trust me, I know, but I do my best to work on it. And I try daily to improve the way I say words, the way I put words together. And I don't try to say, and which I know I do. Trust me, I know I say like simple words too much together where I need to explain it with better words. My vocabulary has to be opened up, and I'm working on it. I'm trying, but that's something that I'm going to succeed in, and I have no doubt that I won't be successful because I'm going to fucking work on it. Feel Shane with the 5 bones. Shout out to Pocket Knife Reviews again. Go and follow his channel. Feel free to critique my content, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, that is one thing that people don't realize how much people want. And I actually said it to another channel the other day because they seemed like, and I don't want to speak for them or anything, but just how I interpreted it. I interpreted that they were offended by the comments and they were willing to fight and argue the comments. And I just, basically said, don't do that. Like, well, I didn't say don't do that, but I said, people want to, I can leave a comment right now and you can read it in 2 different ways. You can read it in a way that's a positive way, or you can read it in a way like that I'm angry and I'm talking shit to you. It's super easy to do that. It's super easy to read one comment and then go to the next comment, which is not a negative comment. It's a very positive comment, but I read it negative because I read the other comment negative. And instead of being positive about it and having an open dialogue with the person, I wind up getting into an argument. That's not good. It's not good to look at it like that. Be very, very open to the people that are leaving you comments and be willing to listen, be willing to have an open discussion and an open dialogue. And even the people, sometimes people are just trying to be funny, but they sound like a dick. Sometimes people are trying to be a dick. Who cares? Let them be a dick. Maybe they had a bad day, right? Let them have a bad day. You're the one with the fucking YouTube channel, so you're the one who's they got to take it out on. Just know that you're the one who started a damn YouTube channel, so don't be offended when people are using you as an outlet to just get their anger out on from what happened at work, because I guarantee you're going to get a lot of that. And hey, it is what it is. We should start a channel to bring awareness to the knife community that the Boker Mermaid is a pinnacle of perfection. Shout out to the Boker Mermaid. I like Red Wolf EDC Moto. He just doesn't give a fuck and has no desire to be monetized. Yeah, but I will say this, and I'm not speaking about him. All right, I'm not talking about him when I say this, but a lot of channels say that. A lot of channels do come out and say that they're just doing it for fun, they're doing it for this, they're doing it for that. I usually call bullshit, right? I'm not saying for him. I'm saying usually I call bullshit. And I say that because it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work and a lot of effort. You don't have to be on YouTube. You don't have to make content. You don't have to record your shit. You can stay right on Instagram and do all of this. There's no reason to be on YouTube unless if you're doing it to have some sort of success. Whether it, and some people could say they're just trying to, grow some friends in the community and show off what they have. And that's cool, right? That's cool. But then there's no reason for you to put any effort into it, right? So if you're going to put forth effort, then, there's no reason if you're not going to get something back out of it. So I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people say that, and this is just me being honest about how I feel. I think a lot of people say that because they don't want to have to admit if they failed, and they don't want to have to do things that if people are like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? They don't have to, right? It leaves them a door open to not have to put work in. And that's fine. That's just fine. They that's their prerogative. They can do that all they want. But if they are trying to make it a successful thing or make it into a thing, then they do have to put in the work. It just, some people get lucky, but it's very, very rare. Very, very rare. Either a lot of time or a lot of work, one of the two. And sometimes neither one of them work. That's half of Metal Complex's content is arguing with imaginary comments. Oh, man. I love the comments, man. I love them. They crack me up. One of these days, I'm gonna do a video on the comments. Like, I don't know if I'll show like who said it or not, but some of them are so creative. You guys fucking cracking me up. Some of the and sometimes I have to read it twice. I'll read it and then I'll like, what? And then I gotta read it again, and I'll be like, oh, that was clever. That was clever. MC's replies are epic. Sometimes I join in on it, sometimes I don't. Subs and views are great, but interacting with the community is honestly why I continue to make videos. It's a pleasure to do something kind around with all of you. It absolutely is. This community is the best community ever. And people hear that from the knife community, and then when they actually start really getting involved, they realize what that means. Because like how some channels said it to me, I came for the knives, but I stayed for the people. It's very easy to do that. It is. This community is so amazing that it's easy to just stay for the friends. You make a lot of friends. You do. You absolutely do. So I love this community, and it's definitely saved my life in a lot of ways. So, and that's why I try to put in a lot of work with it, because I've been honest from day one that I would love to turn this into a business. I want to be very professional with it, and I want it to be something successful. I really do. And I've never not said that. I've never hid that. I've never not once tried to say that it wasn't anything but that. And not saying that doesn't mean I'm not, being honest or being friends with people. That has nothing to do with that. It's just saying that that's the type of work and type of devotion I have. I have the type of devotion like this is a full-time job. Comments have no tone. Right. That's my point, Stasa. Comments have no tone. So you read it based on your tone and your emotions. Comments have no tone. You don't know if they're screaming it or laughing it while typing. Just take it at face value. I think it's good. What I do personally is I'll throw a laughing face if I want them to read it in a laughing way. And if I want them to like read it in like a serious way, I'll do like the face that has like the eyes like this with the mouth that's just flat, like, and it's a joke, and I want them to know it's a joke, but I'm saying it's serious. Do you guys get what I mean? Like where you can be serious, but you know it's a joke. And I hope that it translates. Usually I think it does, but it's definitely backfired. I've definitely left comments as a joke, and the person read it serious. They took it serious and they're ready to fight. It's like, whoa, bro. You took that way out of context. Like, you must be having a bad day because you just read my comment in like the worst way possible. I've learned so much about blades from you, Jared. I think you have the best show. Oh, thank you, man. I wish you would show a fixed blade every now and then. I got you. I got you. I got you for sure. And that is another thing. I am planning on having more fixed blades this year because just like I'm also planning on having more kitchen knives, more chef knives, more a lot of different things, more bags, more everything. I really want to get full on EDC, and that is something I would love to continue doing. The reason why I've kind of backed off on some of that stuff is because they don't get no views. Right? I don't want to make videos and push time into things that don't get watched. It really is, it's depressing when you put in 8 hours, and you've uploaded and you put so much work into this video, and then you upload it, and like not even a half of what you normally get watch it. So like normally if you get 1,000 views on it, you get like 100 or like 200, and you're like, damn, man, I put a lot of work into that. But that's just how it goes. The videos you put the most work in will get the least amount of attention, and the videos you put the least amount of attention into will get the most views. And that's why I say, like, some of the videos that I know that people watch of mine and like that they get their impression of my whole channel off of is not the video I want them to see. But hey, it is what it is. And that's why I think just work hard on all of them. If you fucking work hard on all of them, then it won't matter. You know, and that doesn't mean sometimes you're not gonna have to cut corners. I fucking cut corners all the time. Sometimes I put up videos that I put no effort into, but it sucks when those wind up being the ones that fucking blow up, and then you're like, damn it, why didn't I put more effort into that? Now I have to answer 350 comments of what is this, or what did you show here, because I didn't say it, or because I didn't pop up a thumbnail of what the name of that was, or something. I like the one video that I had that like went like viral. My term of viral, it's almost to 1 million views. You know that? I have a video that's almost at 1 million fucking views. That's crazy. Right now, it's so mind-blowing to me. But I couldn't tell you. I literally in that video talked about a knife and said how bad it was. I showed why it was bad. I showed all the horrible issues it has. And I said, I don't recommend this. And I probably got 2,000 comments of what is the name of that knife. And I said in the video, I don't know the name of this knife. The person who sent it to me doesn't know the name of this knife. Eventually, I did find out the name, and I did make another video about it. And I gave everybody the name. But that doesn't stop the million people that are watching the video that didn't get the name that want to ask me the name of that knife. The knife community is kind, generous, and inclusive. We'll take any and anyone who wants in, even Canadians, against my better judgment. That's true. That's true. Sometimes you got to take in some Canadian strays here and there, and I agree. This is an open door, right? It's kind of like my grandma's house. Anybody's welcome, right? Anybody's welcome where you want to eat. And there isn't nobody my grandma wouldn't feed, because that's just the way she was, and that's the way this community is. Now, with that being said, watch your fucking P's and Q's while you're in here, because people will because it's such a kind community. People are going to try to take advantage, and most of us have seen that. Most of us have seen somebody who tried to get over on somebody, or tried to fuck somebody over, or tried to start something that they weren't ever planning on finishing, or this and that. And it is what it is. It's going to happen, right? When you have this positive of a community, it's going to happen. So, if you do join in, just make sure you're honest, right? Be honest, be a good guy, go out of your way to help people, and it will return to you tenfold. But if you fuck around, this community is like an elephant. It never forgets. 2022, I have a bunch of EDC fixed blades coming. Yep. When no one watches those videos, you spend a bunch of time on it. Definitely takes the wind out of your sails to do it again. Right. So then you're like, man, I'm never doing a backpack video again, or I'm never doing a fixed blade video again, or whatever the fuck it was. But you don't realize that the reason why, and a lot of times why it does bad, one, the people that watch your content that you already have watching you don't necessarily want that content from you, which is fine. But if you do lots of videos like that, the only way you can own an algorithm on YouTube is by doing lots of videos. It's kind of like I've told people, like, if there's a video segment you want to do, right? Like, let's say if you say top 3 knives of the week, right? Let's just say that top 3 knives of the week. Just because you did it one time and nobody watched doesn't mean that that video can't do good. You should do it like 2 months in a row. Every week, do 3 knives of the week, 3 knives of the week, 3 knives of the week, and continue to do it. Eventually, you'll own that algorithm for 3 knives, right? For 3 knives. So what'll happen is then when people are typing in on Google something about knives, your 3 knives video will all of a sudden start popping up, because YouTube will recognize you as something that like owns a little corner of an algorithm, and they'll know this is knife related, and and they'll put it in front of people's eyes. That's kind of like what I did with the Fast Fives. That's why they started getting all the kinds of like exposure. Now that doesn't mean it has to be the same title every time. Like, I could do 7 knives, I could do 5 knives, whatever. But after a couple months of doing it, and I knew this would happen, all of a sudden, bam, it got traction, and then all of a sudden, fucking YouTube starts pushing it. And everything comes in waves. Everything comes in waves. But a lot of people don't like to say this stuff. Like, you guys know some of the people. I mean, they're not going to tell you how they get good, or how they get lots of views, or how they get followers, or anything like that. There's nothing I won't share. To me, this community is big enough for the fucking world. So there isn't nobody I wouldn't tell my secrets to, like, as if it's a secret. But I'm just saying, like, what other people's thoughts might be on it. Like, how did he do this, or how did he do that? I'll fucking tell anybody anything. I want everybody to succeed. Some of the ones I put the most work in didn't get many views, but the ones had I don't try as hard, do better. Right. I think sometimes it's best when you just be yourself and wing it. I do too, to an extent. I do think it is good to be natural. It's good to just be, that's definitely true. However, I think you should try. Okay. This is a good way to put it. You can get, fuck, man. Sorry about my quality. You can get 100 views that are way more important than 3,000. Let me explain. So you can get 3,000 views on a video. Yes, it was great for that video. 2,000 or 3,000 of those people will never watch again. Then you can get 100 views on another video, and all 100 people sub to your channel. You gained a friend. You have somebody that's trading knives with you now. You have somebody that wants to check out this knife of theirs, right? So you have to look at it on a bigger picture. You can't just focus on the views. I've been caught doing that too. You have to remember that some of the more in-depth things, when you actually relate to somebody, is going to be way more beneficial to your channel than the video that got 10,000 views, because that video might not have done nothing for you. Some of my videos that have the least amount of views are the ones that I've gotten the most attention from, the most sharpening jobs from. Like, I do videos all the time on Instagram about sharpening, and I constantly get sharpening jobs because I do sharpening videos on them. They don't necessarily get a ton of views or anything, but they get me jobs. Same thing with YouTube. Um, or like when I'm teaching something or showing how to do so, so many different things, but they might not necessarily get a lot of views, but because it was very in depth, very informative, that people realized, like, I like this guy, I like this channel, I'm going to follow it. And I'm going to continue to watch it. Now you have a lifelong follower that literally watches your channel every time, which is way better than one video that got thousands of views. It was against my better judgment, but Jared said if those hotgirls.com show up, I must ban them. Why? Because you're married. Doesn't mean everyone else is, Jared. Oh, fuck. My most watched video over the last 4 years is a whole 25K. It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. Dude, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I literally, like, and I know you're not going to believe this, but like, to me, I don't even think of my channel as having more followers than yours, because I started this channel because of your channel, yours and like 3 or 4 other channels. And so to me, like, you're like a pinnacle of this community. Everybody knows Stasa 23, and that is a huge thing. I promise you, all the knife companies probably know your name before mine. And that's a fact. It's just what it is. So there is a massive amount of devoted people to your channel. And it's kind of like I was just saying, those views, they're great. They are great. But it's the relationships, the bonds, the friends, the people that continue to watch that mean a lot. Of course, you want to get videos with a lot of views. Of course you do, right? But it is, and if you want to, right? If you want to, I would recommend figuring out a corner, an algorithm. You want to control an algorithm. If you can control an algorithm, then the people from Google YouTube will naturally pull them your direction. So you have to figure out, you can come up with something that's knife related, that, like, say, action, right? Like, I'm just coming up with shit out of my ass, right? Like, best action knives of the week, right? And every week you push that video. Every week you do that video. Not the exact same, twist it up a bit. But the point is that, and that this is a good idea. Fucking, you better take it before I take it. It actually is a really good idea. I should have thought of this before I said it. But no, where you take, say, doesn't matter if it's 1 knife, 2 knife, 5 knives, but you should probably find between like 2 and 5 knives. Just FYI, 7 is the happy number in 2022. 7 is the number that's the best. It was in 2021. 2022 might be different, but in 2022, like 10 was like taken away, 5 is taken away, 7 was supposedly like the sweet number that YouTube was recognizing as a good algorithm number. Anyways, my point is you take the knives and you say best action knives of the week. So all you're doing is you're saying that the knives I've used and tried this week, these are the best action knives this week. And every week you do that video. And you do that every fucking week for 3 months, right? You will wind up owning that algorithm. Like, so if anybody comes onto YouTube from anywhere in the world and says best action knife, your video is going to pop up. And after a while, one of those videos will pop up. And what'll happen is that it'll get a little traction. So, like, say, if you normally get 500 views in a day, you'll get 1,000, right? So then YouTube will see you got 1,000 views on this in a day. So people like this video. So then they'll push it to another 1,000 people. They'll literally show it to 1,000 people. So that's the way YouTube's algorithm works. The more people that, like, say in your feed, right? Your feed, when the more people that see that video pop up on their suggestions, right? They're on their suggestions, they see it pop up and they click on it. The more people that click on it, YouTube says, okay, that thumbnail's good. the person liked it, and say if they watch it over like 1 minute or 2 minutes, then YouTube will say, and they liked the video because they watched more than 2 minutes. They'll send it over to like another 100 people. Another 100 people will pop up in front of. And, you know, you ever wonder where these videos come from that, you know, it's like, I don't know these channels. They just pop up out of nowhere. That's because people liked them. So then they said, this guy might like it. Well, then they'll throw it up in front of 1,000 more people. So then you'll have a bigger chance of those 1,000 people clicking on it. And then if they click on it, well, then it'll throw it in front of 100,000. Next thing you know, 1 million people. And it'll tell you, if you go into your analytics, it'll tell you how many impressions you had. That's what you're trying to get. You're trying to get your click per view ratio, or click whatever ratio. Basically, it's just saying how many people saw your thumbnail and clicked on it, the ratio of that. If that number is like at 11% or like 13%, fucking YouTube will show that shit to 1 million people. And then that's when you'll get a video to go viral. So if you understand the algorithm, you'll understand how to make a video go viral. And that's all you got to do. And if you do that, you'll get a video to go viral. You will 100%. But you want to make sure you stay true to your subscribers still. There's nothing wrong with wanting a video to go viral. There's nothing wrong with that. But you still want to stay true to your followers. God crash, don't watch my videos. I'll just crap on your D10. Not worth it. Go watch his videos. There's actually something to his madness, right? I give him a lot of shit about him shitting on knives that have good detents that he says don't have good detents. But I'll say this. Lefty knows how to find a good detent. You know, if Lefty says it has a good detent, you can be fucking guaranteed that some bitch got a real good detent. Now, if he says it's bad, it might not necessarily be bad because he's a lefty. So, you know, he's got lefty issues. But if he says it's good, go and buy that fucker quick. He knows a little something about detents for sure. Where am I at? Metal Complex has lots of enthusiasm, much like B's Blades. The one thing I dislike about MC's channel is that his giveaway lives dip out after the winner is drawn. Not true fans. Yeah, that's why I don't usually do that. So when I do giveaways live, they're random. Nobody knows. And I do that because people aren't really supporters. You know, I want the knife to go to one of you guys that are actually here to support. Now, that doesn't mean I don't like what's going on right now, because what's going on right now, I've definitely gained a lot of followers and a lot of viewers, and a lot of people are staying, and my algorithm has went up since this giveaway. So don't get me wrong. There is something to the madness. And I watched Metal Complex do a giveaway last year that boosted him up massively. So when Mr. Amazing gave me the opportunity to do this, I was all about it because I knew this was going to be great. And I think it'd be great for a lot of channels. Like I said, though, it's up to the channels to keep the followers, but at least hopefully people will see their content. Now, that is good to an extent. It's good every once in a while. It's not good to rely on that, because what you'll get is you'll get a bunch of people just using you. You know, you want the people that literally support your channel to have the opportunity to win to win knives. That's why I love doing the Patreon giveaways and love doing sneaky giveaways on lives, you know, or jumping onto somebody else's channel and giving something away, because that way I know for sure it's going to somebody who's here right now supporting. But doing it where everybody sees it and everybody knows, they're just fucking jumping on for a damn giveaway. As soon as that thing's over, they're out of there. Not here for the giveaway, more for the content. That's I personally don't join giveaways anymore. I made a promise last year, I think it was, that I wouldn't join any giveaways because I get stuff. So it would be so shitty of me to win something that you guys had the opportunity to win. Did you do this? No, I didn't. Dude, I didn't get to one thing. We didn't do one fucking thing I want to talk about. Let's talk about ZDP 189 heat treated at 70 HRC. So Actually, I want to talk about first budget steals, and I know it's getting late, but fuck it, we'll run it a little late tonight. Not a big deal. I didn't even do the story talk. We didn't even get the story time or anything. We'll skip story time for next time. I know I want to. Maybe we'll get to a little something because the one I was gonna tell was something short and sweet. Some of you guys might relate, maybe not. But ZDP 189 and like budget steals, right? So budget steals, the difference between like say, and I don't mean the shitty budget steals. I mean like good budget steals. Like let's say like D2, 14C, 154CM, things like that, right? Some of the benefits to really like, what's up, Knife Sergeant? Shout out to Knife Sergeant. You guys should be subbing to him too. Wifey just goes bad enough. I have to listen to your clicks now. It's in the background of this shit you watch every night. Wifey just goes bad enough. I have to listen to your clicks now. It's in the background of the shit you watch every night. That's funny. So with budget steals, one of the benefits to having a budget steal, especially if you're just getting into sharpening, right? If you're just getting into sharpening, you don't want to try to sharpen some of the crazy steels. You want to get good at sharpening because if you can get good at sharpening 440C, then you can get good at sharpening M390 because it's the same thing. It's just more time. That's it. M390 will take more time than 440C, but 440C will give you it'll be more responsive when you sharpen it. So you will be able to see what you're doing. It'll sharpen up a lot faster, a lot easier. You won't have to hold the angle near as long. So you will get a lot better edges. And if you get to like a 440C that's done right, 440C takes a fucking nasty sharp edge. I really like 440C. I think 440C is a fantastic steel. It's hyper responsive to a strop. So yeah, it doesn't have the longest lasting edge, but you can use it like half the day, go hit the strop, and your edge is right back to fresh and crispy. And that's a beautiful thing. And then if it's a little bit farther than what a strop will do, you can take a hone and just take 2 passes on a hone. 2 passes and then strop, your edge is back to true. It's perfect. Now you're not going to get that from some of the super steels. So one of the benefits of you can be a little bit lazier with like a 440C. It's a lot more forgiving. So with like one of the super steels, you're gonna have to know a little bit more on holding an angle and making sure it's perfect, and maybe putting a little bit more effort into it. Now, sharpening steels like ZDP 189, I thought about doing a video on it. I might actually record it, at least most of it, so that I can tell you guys what it feels like on the stone, what it's like, how it's responsive, because I've never done it. I've never done ZDP 189 heat treated it. I have no doubt I can do it. I mean, I've done Maximat, I've done everything else, but I've never done the ZDP 189. So I thought about doing it. Now, my thoughts, it's going to be like glass. It's going to be super, super hard on the stone. So unlike, say, 440C, let's just say that. When I put this on diamonds, I can actually feel the diamonds gouging into the steel. I can literally feel the diamonds. And that's something that comes over time over. What's up, Cam? My nephew's in here. You're going to feel, and this comes over time and experience. You learn what the stones feel like. You learn what the steel feels like as it passes over and the abrasives gouge into the metal, right? ZDP 189 is going to probably skate. It's probably going to feel more like glass, like sharpening glass. So it's definitely going to be a lot. I'm not sure why use a strop. Get a perfect edge with a pull-through sharpener every time. Somebody's got fucking jokes. Anybody who read that, please don't take that seriously. Somebody's right now trying to find themselves a pull-through sharpener. Like, all I need is a pull-through? That's it? Shit. But when you're on the stone, or when I get on the stone, the one thing I'm not certain yet, because like I said, I haven't sharpened CDP 189 heat treated to that extent. So I'm curious if I probably shouldn't start with an extremely low grit. Now, usually I always do. I always start with a very, very coarse stone for my reprofiling. But I'm wondering if the diamonds, it might just be a little too hard and it's not going to do what I want because it's just too aggressive. Kind of like this. Put it this way. Ceramic. If you sharpen ceramic, you don't want to use a coarse stone. You want to use finer belts or stropping compounds or stones. You don't want to use aggressive stones because the abrasives chip the 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 ceramic because it's so hard. It's so hard it can't like basically mold off. It comes off in chunks. Think about cutting a window with a chainsaw or something, right? You would want, something finer. Like you wouldn't want to do a chainsaw because it would just make it shatter, right? Same kind of thought process. I know it doesn't make sense, but with normal super steels, you want to start with a very low grit, something very coarse and reprofile on that, and you will get the best quality or the best foundation for the rest of the stones, because that's what your first stone is. The first stone is the reprofiling. You're building your foundation for you to continue through the stones and refine it. I'm thinking I might want to start with like a 300 grit for the ZDP 189, but we'll see though. I could be completely wrong. Like I said, I haven't tried it yet. Oh, Joshua, thank you, man. I appreciate that. This is your first time? Welcome, man. Welcome. This is a little different than normal live streams go. Normally, I have lists of things on paper and we go through all the topics I want to talk about. Today, we didn't hit one of them. Oh, so I apologize. Diamonds tend to just scratch ZDP 189 if you start with a certain grit. Well, excuse me. I have my Neeves stones and I know will work just fine on it. But I thought normally I start with my diamond plate. And I start with my very coarse diamond plate because that is going to, one, work the fastest. So you're always going to remove the same amount of steel, right? So there's no point in starting with a medium grit or higher because you're just going to spend that much time on it to remove the exact same amount. It's kind of like this. Put it this way. Say if I gave you a block of wood right now and I said, cut a circle out, right? Would you want to do it with sandpaper or would you want to just do it with a saw, right? You're going to want to do it with a saw because you're cutting out the same circle, right? So sandpaper is going to take you fucking 10 years to get it done when you can just take a saw and cut it out and then use the sandpaper to refine the edges. Same thing with sharpening. So use your very, very coarse stone to reprofile the angle, get your angle set, get your bevel set, make sure your apex is nice and clean, and you got a burr on both sides so you know it's a perfect apex. Then move on to the other stones, because then the other stones are going to go faster because your medium grit, or even if you go to coarse, then medium, then fine, you're going to be able to get to refine it way faster than that first stone. The first stone is going to be your longest stone. That's going to be the stone you're going to spend the most time on. Because once you have those angles set and the bevel set, now all you're doing is taking this surface that looks like this, that's all scratchy like this, and refining it to a scratch pattern like this, and making it have a burr. The burr is going to come up really quick because you're set, your angle's already set. You're already prepared. So I'm thinking though with the ZDP 189 that the very coarse, my very coarse stone, because I have a really, really hyper aggressive coarse stone, it might be a little too aggressive for the ZDP, and I'm thinking it might just chip a little bit more than I like. Now, does that mean it would be impossible for me to do? No, because my next grit would be also very coarse, so I could still continue to refine it, but I think I might. We'll see, because like I said, I haven't done it yet. Some knives I've sharpened have done better when setting a bevel with 1,000 grit stone with anything from 100 to 8. What? Some knives I've sharpened have done better when setting a bevel with 1,000 stone than with anything from 100 to 8. I've never, ever, not once had that happen. Now, if you have, because that doesn't make sense. Maybe that experience at one time was like that. But like I said, if you're removing the same thing, right? Now, if your edge is already done and you have your angle already on there and you're just holding the same angle, then yeah, you can start at like 600 grit because you're not setting a bevel. Your bevel's already set. Like say if this knife is sharpened at 20 degrees per side, right? And I'm just trying to keep the same angle and everything else. There's no chips. There's nothing wrong with the edge. The edge is perfect. I'm just sharpening it again. Then, yeah, I can start with a higher grit because I'm just basically scratching the surface a little bit, on both sides and creating a burr and knocking the burr off. But if there's any sort of chip in the edge, if I'm planning on laying back the angle, which 98% of the time I'm laying back my angles or changing the angle a little bit. Even if I'm trying to match the angle, it's still slightly different because to hold the exact same angle on, even if the knife is 17 degrees per side and I'm holding my angle at 17 degrees per side, it's still not going to be identical. So I want to remove that steel as fast as possible. So 1,000 grit would take me a long time, a lot longer. I'd be there for an hour rather than 5 minutes. Riley Edwards with the 10 bones. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Luke's got to crash. I know. We're all getting tired. I'll get out of here. We'll go 5 more minutes, guys, because we've been going a long time. And I know I didn't hit any of the topics, but I think I did conquer the giveaway stuff. Just so you guys know, we got the Rockstead shoe going in to the giveaway for you guys. Such a fucking gorgeous knife. $1,500 knife. Mr. Amazing is such an incredible human being. I can't express that enough. This is a Japanese made knife. It's just so beautiful. And the build quality on this is insane. It's insane. Now, then we have the Shirogorov. The Shirogorov. No, first we have the Hinderer. The Hinderer XM18. Now, like I said before, you can get scales. So like this one right here, I have this same scale on this Hinderer, but today I got the micarta scale on it. Check that out. So look at all these parts and colors. You can do this so easily to yours. You can dress it up. There's so many different ways you can dress up this Hinderer, and it already has a $250 scale on it. So you're getting not only a Hinderer XM18 3.5 inch with the Bowie blade tri-way pivot. That's a long list of fucking words. You're also getting a $250 scale. Where the hell is this comment? I don't see it. Whoa, Don. Thank you for the donation, Don. 20 bones. Thank you, man. Hell yeah. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I seen Lefty dropped one too, I thought, but maybe I'm just back. Oh, I just seen it. Nope, it was Riley. Riley, thank you, man. Thank you for the donation. 10 bones. We got 10 more bones. What is that picture of? Oh, we got a cheerleader in the house. Don't get the guy started in here. They'll expect me to do some type of cheerleader shit. Thank you, man. Thank you for the donation. You guys are awesome. Next, we have the Shirogorov. Now, this is a special Shirogorov. all Shirogorovs are special, but this is the, oh no, this one's mine actually. Where is your guys's? I got shit all over the place. What the hell did I do with it? Is that what fell earlier? Oh, sorry. It did fall. Luckily, it's in a padded pouch. So we got the F3 NS purple carbon fiber. So beautiful. It's not going to come over the camera because, you know, it's just too badass. Purple carbon fiber, you know, it's just too badass for the camera. We have a beautiful, kind of a clip point blade in a way because it's like a drop point. Like if you look at mine, we'll pull up my one. If you look at mine is, it goes right to here and then it kind of tapers down. This one goes straight and then it clips. It clips down right there at the tip. Very cool. Nice fact. All of them have fresh factory edges. Purple carbon fiber, purple clip with the purple back spacer, titanium liners, steel lock bar insert, Shirogorov action, Try saying that 5 times fast. Shirogorov action, Shirogorov action, Shirogorov action, Shirogorov action. I got the white carbon fiber on mine. I'll tell you what, I'm a little jealous about the purple carbon fiber, but I'm happy for you guys. Mine's like it's like regular carbon fiber, but it has little white speckles in it on mine. You can see the white speckles. If it'll focus, 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 focus. Maybe not, but your guys's is got purple speckles, but it's way heavier than my white. It's fucking beautiful. That's all I gotta say. It's so beautiful. And there is subtle differences with the F3 NS than the F3R. But this is an amazing giveaway, and to everybody who's not willing to go and check the channels out and sub to the channels because it's just too much, that's fine. I get it. It's just too much, which it's fine because 3 people are fucking getting these knives. 3 people are 100% winning these knives. And it's going to be one of the people that went and checked out the channels, sub to the channels, and if they want to later, unfollow them. You know, you don't have to say following them, but you're going to be so thankful that you went and checked these channels out, the 3 people. It's so incredible. ASP 60 would not do well at 67 HR 76 HRC as a knife steel. It would be super chippy and brittle. At 64 to 65, it would do well as long as that retention steel. Well, that's the thing. It's different steels, different qualities. Some steels can handle going up to 67. Some steels can't handle going over 64. Like say M390. M390 wouldn't do good at 67 either. It'd be way too brittle. Kirk! I'm more of a budget collector, but I'm really interested in the AD 20.5 or the Malibu, but they are never available. Any suggestions on something in that range that will be of equal quality? Well, Kirk Emerson, I have a 20.5. If you get a hold of me on Instagram, I might sell it to you. But they've been available though here and there. But yeah, it's a good knife. I'll be honest, you know, I'm not impressed with the heat treat on the 20.5s. I don't know what's up with them. I've sharpened like 5 of them and none of them were impressive. And I've done a ton of OS 10. Now, I did one that wasn't too bad. It wasn't good though. It was not good. It wasn't anything like Kubi's OS 10 or Cold Steel's OS 10. And I thought that their OS 10, I thought it was the same factory, to be honest. I thought Cold Steel and Demco's on the 80 20.5 was in the same factory in Taiwan. I'm questioning that now. I don't know. I can't answer it. I don't know. All I know is that it's definitely soft. It's not ran very well, or it's just bad. I don't know. They don't take a very fine edge. It's It's weird. It's just weird. And I've done 5 of them. So now, that being said, I think that's the way all of them are. So if you want the knife, it's just something you're going to have to deal with. And it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. Anything knife related says, I hope I win that Shiro. I definitely caught the Shiro bug. I've got a Shiro Neon Zero NL on the way. I don't want to kill your spirits right now. But man, the big ones are fucking way better than the neon. Like, and I'm not. The neon's awesome. I tried the neon. The neon is an amazing knife. I'm not. Don't take that as me saying the neon's like not a great knife. It's an amazing knife, but for some reason, the big ones are just way better. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I think one of the things is the flipper tab, because on the neon, the flipper tab is really tiny. It's almost like just like a little pecker, and you got to like squeeze it. With this is a full flipper tab, so your finger lands right on it, super comfortable. But that's my experience. I like the large ones better than the small ones, but a lot of people like the small ones better than the big ones. So I mean, I can't, speak for you. But either way, man, good for you on getting a neon. That's awesome, and good luck on getting one of these knives, or actually on getting the Shiro. Good luck, man. I'd love to see you get it, man. You've always been awesome in the community, and I'd love to see you get it. Maurice Clemens, Jared did a video last week, I think, with the channels in the description. 3 awesome knives, and they are for you. Yeah, 3 crazy awesome knives, and they are for you. Yes. It's not the entry video, though. That's not the entry. The entry video will be in 7 days. I am going to make another updated video so that people know to go and watch the channels, because like I said, all the channels that gained all the followers lost them all. YouTube deemed them as a bot, because a lot of people just went down the list, follow, and never watched any of the channels. So YouTube said somebody just bought 500 bots. That's what they did. And they just fucking said, unfollow them all. So everybody who followed those channels all got unfollowed. So now some of the channels are literally right where they started. And it makes me feel bad. I want that, So I'm hoping that we can turn that back around. I've never won a giveaway. Well, Greg, this might be your lucky day. I don't know how many losses I've racked up now, but just the chance is awesome. Yeah, dude, I lost for a year straight, maybe even longer, maybe like 2 years, until I finally won a giveaway. And now I've won 3 giveaways total. The key to winning the giveaways, to be honest, this is the trick. Enter them. That's it. Enter them all. On Instagram, there's like 10 giveaways a day. If you enter all the giveaways, you will win a giveaway. Enter the small channels giveaways, enter the big channels giveaways, enter the giveaways on YouTube, enter the channels on Instagram, and you'll win. But you do have to keep up with it. But it took me a long time to win anything. But I did, to be honest. I was a little lazy about it. I'd enter one here, enter one there, and heck, one of them I didn't even enter. Somebody else entered it for me, and I won it, surprisingly. And then another one, I was a patron member, and I won somebody's Patreon. So that I didn't enter. I was just a patron member. And then the first one I won was on somebody's YouTube channel. Mike's won 3. Shit, I've had people like Lavender Pants. He's won a couple times on my channel. I've had people literally win twice in a row. I had one guy that never claimed his prize win 2 times in a row, and he never claimed it. How does your name get drawn again after I'm only drawing it again because you never claimed it? And I've had people in my Patreon win, multiple times. I've won 3 giveaways since the beginning, but nothing super expensive. Well, you might be in luck. Can you imagine right now we're sitting here having this conversation, and then your name gets pulled? That'd be amazing, right? Give me a 20 CV 80 20.5 for about 300, and I could deal with FRN, and I'd gladly pay 150 for the good scales. Give me a 20. Yeah, mine's the Ostan. So yeah, I know. I think a lot of people would if it was good steel, but I'll say this, man. I don't give a shit what steel it is. If it's anything like the Ostan that came on these knives, I don't care what steel it is. Like I don't know, man. I hate the dog on it and shit all over it, but something's up with the heat treat on these 20.5s. And I'd love to hear everybody else's experience because if you have one and you're like, I like mine, mine's good, please tell me because I would love to hear somebody else's experience say that theirs is good because I've been through 5 that were all negative. I've talked to 5 other people with the same exact experience. So as of right now, I'm at like, including my 5, like 10 that were people were like, I've had people contact me like, hey man, like I'm just wondering, man, can you give me any advice? Like this thing, like something's going on. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like I'm having these same problems. Let Aussies in? Are you talking about what is Aussies? Australians? Let some Australians in? You guys cheat too much over in Australia. Thank you, Q and Fee. Yes, one last link for the patron. Please join the patron members if you guys do want to support the channel. I have a patron. You guys can join. We have another giveaway about to happen. Some more badass knives. You do have probably a lot better chance to win stuff over there. We do monthly giveaways over there. I do try to make exclusive content, although I am a little lazy about it, but we do it sometimes. But I am going to start doing that more, especially after I get the camera, after I reset everything back up, because I'm tearing everything down, resetting it up to where I have a program, I guess, that'll be a little bit better, a little bit more effective and more efficient. But no matter what, the fucking giveaway happens every month. And sometimes if it's a little late, we just do 2 giveaways in one, just make up for it. Because this month, last month's giveaway, we missed because we got it getting carbonized. So we're doing that giveaway plus this month's giveaway. Plus we're going to add some more stuff. So we technically are going to have 3 or 4 giveaways this month for Patreon. And they're all fucking good shit. One's a custom knife factory imp pad. And then we got a Kaiser and another thing. Yo, I'm late again. Start over. P.S. Nice scruff. Everyday EDC. Thank you for the 5 bones. You're gonna have to rewatch this. Rewind the video. I can't say it was an amazing live, but I definitely described everything that's going on with the giveaway. And we talked about a bunch of other shit. Oh, Stasa, my Shark's Foot 80/20.5 is great, but my drop point is really gummy. Okay. Yeah, mine's a drop foot, but or shark's foot, whatever, shark's foot. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones because I've sharpened both. But one of them was decent. Well, I mean, not like good, but it was okay. It was better than all the other ones. It's definitely stood out as better, but still wasn't great. But I'm glad to hear that you have one that's pretty good. Because it was starting to scare me. Like, man, what is going on? But it's still scary to me because, like I said, with the 5 that I've tried, aside from the one that was okay, and then all the other ones that people have talked about. Sharpened 320.5s for customers, and the heat treat is really bad. Right. Pulls a huge burr, burr doesn't want to come off, meaning it's soft. Right. And no matter how perfect your apex is, they don't feel sharp. Identical thing that's happened with me. 100%. That's literally been my experience the entire time with every single one of them. And even after you do the burr removal, it doesn't have bite. Even with a coarse edge, it's way soft. You can definitely tell it's so soft. I could tell it was soft when I hit the stone, but sometimes with diamonds you don't realize because they're so aggressive already that you don't realize actually how soft it is until you do the burr removal. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for all the donations. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. The quest is on its way back. See that, guys? That is one of your guys' giveaway knives for the Patreons, the Quest Custom Gent. And Richie B and Lindy Lou just said it's on its way back. So that as soon as it gets back, we're pulling the giveaway, and we're going to be doing all the giveaways all at once for the patrons, and then the people for the channel entry, the Shiro, the Shiro, the Hinder, and the Rock said that will all be done in 7 days. So keep an eye on the channel because I will have an update. And if you guys hit the bell, you guys will know right when it pops up. Because if you hit the bell, then you'll know exactly when I upload it. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for everything. Riley had to come in with the 10 bones right at the end. I love it when you guys give me a donation right at the end. Oh, and Kirk. Thanks for the info, all. Jared, you're awesome. You're awesome, Kirk. Thank you for jumping in. If you want to talk to me about that, hit me up on Instagram or through email. And OCD for EDC's in the house. I'm back in now. I had to take a phone call from my son. Man, you're late. We're leaving. We're leaving. He did that on purpose. Justin did that on purpose. Thank you for the donation, man. With the 10 bones. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you. And shout out to OCD for EDC. Go and follow his channel. He's one on the list. So it's very easy. You can just jump over there to his channel right now. Type in OCD for EDC and he will pop up. And then you can follow his channel and go watch one of his videos right now. So you can be sure to be entered into the giveaway. I love you guys. Thank you guys for everything. Peace.